Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, and syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too.
Heading in and out and then in again. Oh, what a drive! Bounces to Henry. Goes up into reverse. A second to go. He'll hoist it up. Oh! Tumasok yun! Sana is wide open. He makes the play.
Every game naman is a different game. Yung mga ganda na nakukuha ko ngayon, dadalhin ko sa next game. Kung ano yung mga mali, mag-a-adjust ako.
Has a nice block and been playing well, Roger.
Oh, and the layup is a miss. Junmar, he's thwarted by that defense.
Twin
It's a
towers.
suffocating defense.
Oh.
Bitin yun. Here's CJ. Kinaliwa. And then somebody hit the board. And the series is tied. We're squared at 2 wins apiece.
Wrote the number 48 in our board. That's the way to beat a team like this, to play good basketball for 48 minutes.
DR! First slam of the game. Take a 4. And Diego! He got that 4. Better watch him. Calvin wants another. And he gets it to go.
After that spectacular shooting display 2 nights ago sa Pasay City sa loob ng MOA Arena, nagtabla na sa 2 wins apiece ang labanan ng SMB at TNT. Nandirito ulit tayo sa Inares Center sa Antipolo para sa tinatawag na swing game. Game number 5 na po tayo. Winner will get on the hill para makopo ang Philippine Cup sa ating 50th season. Etong si Calvin Oftana, 29 puntos ang ibinuhos. That was a season high para sa kanya. Ang ganda ng tambalan nila ni Jordan Heading, who is celebrating his birthday today. Pero nandiyan pa rin si Junmar Fajardo para dito sa defending champion San Miguel Beermen. Pati na rin si CJ Perez, gigil na makabawi dahil nga gusto nila sila makauna sa 3. This is the final lap. Race to golden glory. Ito po ang finals ng PBA Philippine Cup. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Mula Luzon, Visayas hanggang Mindanao. Nanonood live dito sa RPTV, pati na rin sa ating One Sports YouTube page. Welcome everybody to Game 5 at ang ating makakatabi. Ngayong Biyernes na gabi, Friday payday kaya traffic sa buong Kalakhang, Maynila. Ang nag-iisang si Dr. J. Andiao. Kasama na rin ang 3-time PBA champion coach na si Ryan Gregorio. Magandang gabi, Doc.
Good evening, basketball fans. Magkasama ulit tayong lahat. At obviously, meron na tayong record. when you're in a best of 3 and the series is tied 2-all, talagang importante manalo ng Game 5. And more often than not, yung nanalo niya, I think, would be 2 out of every 3 would go on to win the championship. So we have to have good playing on the part of both teams. We have to have good coaching and we have to have good officiating para wala na tayong iniintindi kundi yung laro mismo.
Ito na nga, Coach RG. Series tied at 2-apiece. Binanggit na nito, virtual best of 3 na tayo.
The goal is really who's going to have a good start. We saw that. That has been the trend in the series. In the last game, it was really TNT. They scored a total of 35 points in the first quarter alone. A lot coming from threes, forced turnovers, and a lot of downhill drives. So we'll see if that is the kind of start that TNT will do, or this time around, it's going to be San Miguel.
Dr. J, yung Game 4 na yon, it was a game that featured TNT shooting the lights out of the MOA Arena. Umabot ng 35 yung tinambak nila doon sa SMB.
Kaya nga that was, I think, the worst game that anybody could have played, especially in the part of San Miguel when Junmar just won another best player of the conference. Usually, maganda ang performance dyan. And ang pinaka-importante sa kanila, nagkaroon sila ng 2-day break. So ito, Wednesday, itong laro ito, naka 2-day break sila. Makakalimutan mo na yung nangyari, makaka-concentrate ka para sa game number 5. Yung depensa nyo, kailangan umahon ngayong araw.
At dyan sa 110-87 victory na yan, ang pinakabida para dito sa Tropang 5G, yung nag-conference ay nga, naggilas boy na si Calvin Oftana.
And sensational ball game for Calvin Oftana from the get-go. You saw that from the opening tip, he was really on focus. He had a very good shooting night from the three-point area. We talked about that, nothing but net. And also, he was running the break. He was scoring on fast breaks, doing a lot of step back, just total points. He's best so far in the series, 29 points on an efficient shooting from the field, 8 out of 18, or 11 out of 18, 5 out of 8. A lot of shots made from the three-point area, 6 rebounds and 4 steals. So it is not just on the offensive end that he made a difference. Look at those 4 steals, partners. Yun talaga nagpapakita na kailangan talaga dumipensa rin ng mga manlalaro ng TNT.
Ang talaga naman nagpakita rin dyan, Dr. J, yung mamang yan. Jordan heading first quarter pa lang, all guns ablaze na siya. Tinapos pa niya yung 35-point quarter yun with a half-court heave. What a game for that young man.
Yeah, parang 4-point shot yun, no, na 4-point play. So very, you understand that TNT, ang strength talaga ng team nila, yung kanilang mga backcourt, yung 1-2-3 position nila. Pag yan, nag-click yung mga yan, ang hirap pintuin yan. That's why they can afford to play small. Now, in game number 1, all the 3 big players of TNT also played well. So it was very easy for them to win that basketball game. If they continue to have that kind of a trend, they may be hard to beat in this series.
And sabi nga ni Dr. J, lahat talaga nag-click para dito sa Tropang 5G. Siyempre, pati si Stingray ng Batak nagpakita.
Ito rin very difficult to guard, especially if he starts shooting from the outside. He went to the free throw line 10 times, making 7 for a 70% clip. He had a total of 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. So what you like about this guy is he's a two-way player. Now we're seeing him defend. We're seeing him get a lot of loose balls also because of his energy. At yung pinaka-importante, and we've been talking about this when we were partnered together with Dr. J, is his ability to shoot from the outside. We know that before, he's a unidimensional player. He will just drive. Pero ngayon, hindi mo na rin siya pwede iwanan sa tres.
Alam mo, sayang sa dami ng pinagkwentuhan natin, hindi natin kagad napuntahan. Just moments ago, ang ating courtside reporter for tonight, si Miss Apple David, tinamaan na naman ang bola. Hindi pa nagsisimula, may tama na. Apple?
Turnovers have been a huge problem or a consistent problem for TNT in this series. Kaya naman nung Game 4, Coach Shot Reyes raised the importance of taking care of the ball. Nakita naman natin doon, there was really conscious effort for them to take good shots and not rush their offense or force things. And they want to be able to continue doing that tonight. Dagdag pa dyan, talagang in-stress si Coach Chot yung importance or the effort and the discipline na kailangan ng Tropang 5G ipakita tonight and to keep the intensity level high. In the meantime, RR Pogoy is out for the rest of the series after re-injuring his hamstring. He is down yet again with a grade 1 hamstring strain. Gentlemen?
Si RR Pogoy talagang pinilit lang na makalaro doon sa mga kanyang unang mga laban, pero ngayon naubusan na, hindi nauubra. Out for the rest of the conference si Roger Ray. Malaking dagok yan para dito sa TNT. Speaking of Cebuanos, just like RR Pogoy, the GOAT, Junmar Fajardo, he has been ridiculous in these finals. Talagang hindi siya mapigilan ng kahit sino, Coach Archie.
But it is very important that he starts scoring from the opening tip because he was really slow in terms of his scoring the first quarter. Tumaas ng bahagya in the next 3 quarters but kulang pa rin in terms of total points, lalong-lalo na nung naiwanan sila ng TNT. But you look at his points, consistent double-double performance for JMF, 24, 17, 16, and 18 in the last game in the points department, 17, 16, 27 in the rebounding end. Of course, you know that this guy will always be a target. Yung depensa talaga ng TNT, nakafocus dito kay Junmar Fajardo.
Ang nafokusan ng depensa ng TNT noong nakaraan, Dr. J, itong si CJ Perez, although he still scored in double digits, hindi ganun ka-efficient.
Yeah, because siya nakasakit sa kanila nung other game, in game number 3. So para sa kanila, na-disgrasya tayo ni CJ Perez. We will not allow him to do that again. Going down the wire, hindi pa rin consistent yung mga guard lineup ng San Miguel. Sometimes CJ is there, then you have Troliano, a little of Marshall Lassiter, you know, you have Jericho Cruz. But if they get it all together, they're going to be very hard to beat also.
You know who else is hard to beat? Tayo dito sa RPTV dahil meron pang balita si Miss Apple.
When you allow 29 turnover points, 20 free throws, 22 fast break points, a total of 71 easy points, makukuha daw talaga ng kalaban lahat ng kumpiyansa. The Beermen were sloppy on defense in Game 4. Sabi pa ni Coach Leo Austria, credit na rin sa depensa ng TNT, hindi sila nakakuha ng rhythm sa opensa. His players were frustrated, hindi na nakarecover. At kita daw sa body language na tinanggap na lang nila yung tao o yung talo, thinking it was a game they can afford to lose. But coming to this game, it's all about mindset, ika nga ni Coach Leo. His players need to keep or remind themselves of what brought them here to the finals. Depensa at execution. Back to Beermen basketball sila.
Tignan natin kung magagawa nga yan ng mga magsiserbesa. It is game number 5. Nandito tayo sa Inares, Antipolo. Ang mananalo, pwede na mag-champion sa linggo. Sino kaya ang kukuha nito? Tutukan natin sabay-sabay dito sa RPTV.
This is the golden season of the PBA, and welcome to the Philippine Cup Finals, Game 5 between the TNT Tropang 5G and the San Miguel Beermen. Brought to you by Arena Plus. So Arena Plus, Aztecs Sports. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the TNT Tropang 5G. At guard, a first-time PBA champion last season from Opol, Misamis Oriental, number 6, Ray Nambata. Also at guard, the top overall pick in the Gilas draft in 2021 from Tondo, Manila, number 15, Jordan Hennig. At center from San Fernando, La Union, number 45, Brandon Ganuelas Rosser. At forward, a 3-time champion with TNT from Dumaguete, number 8, Calvin Oftana. And also at forward, the 2008 MVP from Cebu, number 21, Kelly Williams. Head coach for TNT, Sean Reyes. And now here are the starters for the San Miguel Beermen. At guard, an 11-time champion from La Mas Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. Also at guard, a 5-time mythical team member from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, CJ Perez. At center, a record 9-time MVP from Pinamuahan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. At forward, Beermen's second-best local in rebounds last season from Tobago, Albay, number 91, Rodney Brondial. And also at forward, an 11-time PBA champion from Santiago, Ilocos Sur, number 13, Marshall Lassiter. Head coach for the Beermen is Leo Austria. Game officials are Romel Gruta, Bing Oliva, Marty Montoya, and Carlo Vergara.
Mga officials natin for Game 5, Romel Gruta, Bing Oliva, Marty Montoya, and Carlo Vergara. Right off the bat, itong TNT. Starting with the same unit, Sinambatak made his first start back in Game 4 dito sa finals. He's right back there para kina Coach Shot. Sa kabila naman, Dr. J and Coach RG, Rodney Brondial is inserted into the starting unit for the first time in the finals.
Well, ito lang nagpapalit yan kundi man si Brondial yung kanilang other big man. But maganda talaga ang teamwork ni Junmar with Rodney Brodial in the front court.
And it is the white shirts of the San Miguel Beermen who will win the opening tip. It is Ross versus Tambatak at the start. Lassiter coming off a scoreless performance last time. Will launch it right away. Mintis si Marcio pero CJ keeps it right there para sa SMB. CJ for 3. Wala pa rin. Ganduelas Rosser will secure it para sa TNT. Tambatak on the move. This was the same starting unit that electrified Game 4, going off for 35 points in that first quarter. Heading to the other side, Machine Gun Kelly could not send it home, and it is Perez with the rebound.
Good close out there by Rodney Brodial. Even without fouling, that's going to be a pushing foul on Heavy.
And that is effectively the ploy of Coach Leo Austria. The biggest adjustment for them is give Brodial the starting kumbaga nod in this ball game, because when you play JMF and Tautu at the same time, bumabagal sila. So even yung closeouts mabagal. So yun ang kitang-kita natin na nagbago dito sa panimula ng laro ng San Miguel.
Perez to the wing. It is Ross looking at Abay. Brodial, now he gets it into JMF. Double team sa Magupa. Stingray slapped it away. It ended up with Ross though against the shot clock. Chris couldn't bail him out. Here's Aftana in the open court. Calvin taken away by CJ. Pero hindi niya nakompleto yung stop because it is still with the blue shirts. Aftana quick trigger to open up the scoring dito sa Game 5.
So yung 29 points si Calvin Aftana in Game 4, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung mainit na laro na rito. Panimula pa lang, nakatikado na sa 3. So another steal there by TNT.
Tambatak on the move. Iiwan sana para kay Kelly. Heading, puts it up.
Mainit na mainit ang outside shooting dito ng TNT.
And the biggest factor working on the side of TNT is the confidence level. Yung kanilang pagkapanalo ng Game 4, alam nila na kaya pala nilang maiwanan itong San Miguel.
Ross puts his head down. Mame Muerza si Chris to learn for himself a trip to the line for 2.
It's almost imperative also for San Miguel that Chris Ross gives them a good game. So we have something there, partner.
We take a look at these 3-point shots. Nahatid pa rin sa atin ang Arena Plus Sportsbook.
So finally, a basket para rito sa San Miguel. What we're seeing is a lot of outside shots by San Miguel. 2 things that TNT is doing. They're really crowding Junmar Fajardo. 2 turnovers, or 1 turnover and almost another turnover nung the first time they went to Junmar. So talagang hirap na hirap makahinga si Junmar Fajardo sa suffocating defense na ginagawa ng TNT.
6-2 on the board. Perez slaps it out of bounds.
Well, Junmar has to be the one to make the adjustment. Maybe he should not go that deep inside the low post area and try to receive the ball a little bit higher, face up, and then maybe dribble his way to the basket.
Tambatak from the right. Atras, Abante. Kick out pala. Kelly thought about the 3, drives closer, bounces it over. Scramble for it, ends up with heading.
Oh!
What a bailout 3 from the birthday boy!
2 threes for heading, another 1 from Aftana. 9 total points of TNT, all from Rainbow Country.
Tsaka puro almost beat the buzzer yung dalawang huli, ha?
Brodial gets it deep. Blocked by Kelly.
Sensational interior defense is played that time by TNT. But first, look at this shot by heading, not in balance, but no problem hitting the bottom of the net.
3-point shot na yan at sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook. 9-2 start para dito sa Tropang 5G. Kelly for 3. Punches it through!
Now a timeout has to be called. 4 threes already for TNT, and they're very dangerous when they make shots from the outside. Even Kelly Williams hitting it from Rainbow Country.
What a start para dito sa TNT. Picking up where they left off from 2 nights ago. Yung hot shooting nila nandiyan pa rin. Laman sila ng 10.
A receiver to shoot. A little bit of physicality. Okay? Now, that's one. Hand up. Here. Okay? Hand up. Magkana just dito. Okay? This guy.
LGR, our official outfitter, healthy and purebred, our official hydration partner, Jamaica Tech, our official IT partner, our value licensees, PBA Rush and Signal, World Balance, Daily Fantasy, our marketing partner, Fitball.
Naman in games, we came out with a lot of urgency, but not with a lot of precision. So sabi namin, like in Game 3, we had 8 turnovers right in the first quarter. So that fueled San Miguel's offense. So sabi namin, let's just get good shots. Hindi naman shoot lahat ng tira namin, pero wag namin ibigay sa kalaban. Okay, don't give them those opportunities, because if you give a team like that those opportunities, mahirapan ka talaga. So I thought today, just like every game, we came out with a lot of urgency, but we coupled that now with some precision.
And good shots they have definitely made. They are 4 for 5 from the field. All of those attempts from the 3-point line so far para dito sa TNT. Ang San Miguel naman, 0 for 4 pa so far. Dadalawang free throw ni Ross ang score nila. Perez, dadaan sa pick ni Fajardo. Brondial looking for Abay. No line of sight. Marshall trying to break free. Rodney forced to take it himself. Rebound ng Batak. Mag-aantay na rest back itong si Stingray. Ng Batak with a first 2-point attempt. Good pa rin.
So what usually happens is after Coach Leo calls a timeout, he wants to go to Junmar Fajardo, but the defense again was ready. On the other side, another perimeter jumper by Ray ng Batak.
Now Junmar gets his hands on it. Yung dalawang malaki ng TNT nagtulong. Walang problema para sa nighttime MVP.
Yung outside came in a little bit too late. Nung galing kay Brandon Cañelas Rosa. Tignan mo ito You allow Junmar to get that deep. Pumirit siya, wala pa rin yung tulong bago dumating.
That is going to be so easy for Junmar Fajardo. First, it was almost a single coverage. Tama si Doc, medyo late yung help doon ni Ganuelas Rosser. But the goal by the guards or whoever is making the extra passes, Junmar Fajardo has to get clean touches. Dahil yun ang nagiging problema sa kanila. That time, hindi nakapag-front defense si Kelly Williams, kaya maganda yung pasa kay JMF.
Nambata gets it right back for Rosser.
You know, you like CJ Perez as a player, but sometimes you wish his defense would be a little bit stronger. I think even Coach Tim gusto niya sa national team niya, pero yung depensa niya, minsan hinahanapan niya a little bit stronger than that.
Perez kontra ng Bata. Sapul si Ray sa mukha. Doon sa pag-wind up ni Perez, di naman sadya, pero tinamaan pa rin yan.
Baka i-review pa nga yan. Hindi, offensive foul na lang ginawa. 16-5 is the count here. What a hot shooting start here for the Tropang Liga.
And we talked about that during our pre-game conversation. Yung bang kung sino magandang start. Diba, Doc, nananalo dito. So tignan natin kung may pangsagot itong San Miguel.
Oftana gives it up to Nambata. He's beyond that 4-point line. Stingray has 3 to shoot. Gotta make it happen. Nambata puts it up. Doesn't work.
Nawala yung control niya sa bola, kaya nga hindi maganda yung kanyang tira.
SMB down by 11. Ross looking at Junmar. Junmar being bodied up by Kelly. Another near steal. It ends up in a jump.
problema ng San Miguel, walang cutters pagdating ng bola kay Junmar. Lahat naka-stagnant, parang na-stash yung 4 na tao all out of the perimeter. Kaya nga wala rin siyang mapasahan na may kumakat sa loob. And we'll have to jump ball at center court.
And the other thing, Doc, is they're doing a lot of different schemes against Junmar Fajardo. Sometimes it's a fronting defense, sometimes it was just a single coverage. So wala rin magandang pasa itong si Junmar dahil covered rin yung kanyang mga passing lanes.
Binabasa ni Kelly kung ano gusto niyang gawain.
Yes.
Enciso has come in para dito kay Heading. Ross trying to beat the shot clock. Nice tap by Rosser. Williams will get it over to Simon. Rosser on that baseline. Is fouled by Brundial.
Very aggressive ang laro dito ng mga blue shirts. Very strong to the basket with a lot of force.
But we're seeing a lot of positive things on the offensive end by TNT, knocking down shots from the three-point area, penetrations, looking for best shots. But what you want to see, especially for students of the game, is the way they're planning or scheming Junmar Fajardo. Different kinds of attack defensively, and that is why it's causing a lot of confusion doon sa execution ng San Miguel.
Rosser, having started every single game here in the finals, is averaging 11.3 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, almost 2 steals, and a block and a half per outing. He has come into his own, Dr. J. Napaka-solid na ng pinapakita ni Brandon, especially on the stage of the finals of the PBA.
Yeah, okay naman si Brandon as long as he keeps his cool. Every time he loses his cool, you know, his game suffers a lot. Nice drive to the basket, pero wala pa rin pasok.
Marshall's 0 for 2. Isa yan sa mga tututukan natin sa dalawang talo ng San Miguel. Hindi nakascore kahit isang beses si Marshall. As Simon says, give me 3, TNT up by 15.
The former Beermen hurting his former team.
And like the old adage, when it rains, it pours. That is exactly what we're seeing. Itong si TNT just waxing hot from the outside.
Tautua fouled by Rosser on the drive. What a display here by the Tropang 5G.
Yeah.
Nobody closing out. Sabi ni Simon, nakalimutan nyo na ba? Na specialty ko to.
And Tautua was probably thinking he has to defend the penetration of Enciso dahil medyo mabagal nga siya pagdating sa kanyang lateral movements, pero that separation, that space was enough for Enciso to make his shot from the outside.
Tautua gustong bumawi. Short. Tautua misses both.
Point blank range na yung follow-up na yun.
Heading back on the floor. Kelly for 3. No. Rosales now part of the 5. Maagang pasok to para kay Chris. Tautua attacking the defense of Galinato. Up, under, wala pa rin napuntahan, pero nagawa ng paraan.
Medyo may parang traveling nga yun, pero kung kailan mahirap, doon pa na-shoot ni Tautua.
Still good defense by TNT that time. That was just a second field goal para rito sa San Miguel. They are 2 out of 11 from the field, while TNT is 7 out of 10.
Doon sa kanto, sa kaliwa, it is Williams again.
Yeah! Saka yung sinasabi ni Coach Ryan, 8 out of 11. Ang dami doon, 3-point shot. Kaya ang times 3 ng times 3.
Grabe itong shooting display ng TNT na to. And they're up by their biggest lead at 16. Good answer by Rosales.
This guy played for TNT before, right? He even played for Rain or Shine. Madami na siya napuntahan, pero very solid player yun.
CJ with a steal. And he goes all the way for the throwdown. Pilit ginigising ni CJ ang kanyang Beermen.
One of the few fast breaks na nakita natin from the Beermen.
And something that they need badly. Easy points by a lot of situations. You will see that hirap na hirap makashoot sa half-court itong San Miguel.
Oftana, over the heading. Sa kanto, libre na naman. Enciso, di magawa yung pangalawa niya. Trollano above everybody for the rebound. Tautua dumps it inside. No other recourse for Machine Gun but to give up the foul.
That's using your head, you know. Make him shoot the 2 free throws because tama yung sabi ko, patay.
At saka dito sa finals, 56% sa free throw lang si Junmar as he take another look at that runaway jam.
Quick hands by CJ Perez, forcing that turnover and scoring his first 2 points in the ball game.
Eh kung di mo pinaw, di 2 points na rin yun.
Ganun din yun.
Dito, pahirapan mo pa.
5 points so far para kay Abay. Make that 6.
You know, we never see a player like him again for a long time. Yung double-double niya is not a joke, ha? Yung rebounds niya is 16 and up. Yung scoring niya is 16, 17 up. You know.
Sangayon ka ba doon, Apple?
Siyempre naman, sang-ayon si Dr. J yan eh. Pero alam nyo, nagpapatuloy yung trend na pag tinatanggap po na nanalo si Junmar Fajardo ng BPC Award, kadalasan sa game na yon, either talo yung team niya o pangit yung kanyang laro. Nung tinanong ko si Junmar, sabi niya, pag talo na lang sila. Pero aminado daw siya na last game, hindi daw talaga niya nabigyan ng magandang touches o magandang looks sa kanyang teammates. Pero hindi na daw pwedeng maulit yun ngayon. He needs to find a way to kick out that ball kung saan komportable yung kanyang teammates. Balik sa inyo.
Oh! Big block there. Actually, pangatlong beses pa lang natalo ni Junmar pagkatapos manalo ng BPC. Para double check natin kay Fidel.
Pero nung araw, uso yan. Basta't yung may talo yun.
May jigs, ano?
Ang nakasira niya si Alvin Patrimonio noon.
But just to emphasize, yung bang conversation natin about the greatness of Junmar Fajardo, probably we're not gonna see another player like Junmar. Can you imagine, Doc? 16 points, 18 rebounds, pedestrian game pa.
Parang ordinary eh. Hindi double-double na 12 and 10, 11 and 10, 11 and 11. Ito eh. Grabe.
Troliano. Bibigay dito sa bagong pasok na Jericho. Cruz nagpakawala agad-agad. Oftana for the board.
Chot has been doing a good rotation with these big men. Pagpasok ni Galinato, after a while, pinahingan na rin si Kelly. Pasok naman si Eram. So, tuloy-tuloy ang power ng... another steal here. May foul yun.
Cruz puts his head down. Pinagpag lang si Heading. Offensive foul whistled on Jericho.
Yeah, well, that's a good call. But there was a foul there before that. Defensive foul na hindi tinawag na referee.
Ang mahirap dito, bang-bang play yun. I-challenge ni Coach Leo. Nakababa yung balikat, tsaka yung kanang braso, no?
There was definitely an undue advantage from our vantage point at least. Na pareho halos yung angulo rin. Nasa kabilang side, mas malapit yung referee na nakita niya. Nag-lower ng shoulder si Jericho Cruz. Tapos meron siyang forceful action. He practically erased the defensive heading. And what our referee thought that it was really an illegal move. Kaya tinawagan niya ng offensive foul.
So Coach Leo believing Jericho, challenging that call. Napakaaga na ito, first quarter pa lang tayo.
I think he also sees a lot of momentum on the part already of TNT. Kung hindi ko i-challenge ito, tuloy-tuloy. There, I got the chance to be able to get 2 points. You know, if there was no call made or the call was made in my favor. So, tignan natin. Ito na yung referee. Si Montoya ang tumawag nun.
And I believe we are ready.
After the review, the defensive player established his legal guarding position when contact occurs. That's why there's an offensive foul on Jericho Cruz. The challenge on SMB was not successful.
Happened right in front of us, Dr. Jane, Coach RG, and yeah.
Well, I was actually surprised that they challenged that one. Probably because they did not have a good vantage point of what transpired during that one because nasa likod si Jericho Cruz. The coaches were actually at the back of Jericho Cruz. Pero dun sa atin, kitang-kita offensive foul talaga.
Nandito, the ball is here. Pusing dito. X. The ball here. Big man. 3. Okay. Down ng big man dito, mag-help. Reverse the ball. Or pagka nag-clip, pasa bola, pasa dito. Hand off. Pipitaran, papunta ron. Tatrap kayo, wala na kayo pupuntahan. Okay, unahan dito, pwede. Yung rotation time. Okay? Grapple tayo. Ito. Tuloy. Okay? Tinatawag natin rotation yan. Rotation na defense. There's always a pinnacle. Mag-roll. Pwede rin siya pikman. Pagkarap nila rito, ito dalawa. Dahil mo dito, balik agad. Okay, ang problema, tinahan dito, hindi na pusahan ang bola, nag-stay. Pagka hindi na pusahan, okay, balik agad dito, rotate agad tayo. Okay, mag-test, kailangan tigil tayo, tigil.
Ito, Dr. J, yun nangyari kay Jericho at kay Heading bago sa timeout na yon. See that right shoulder and right elbow digging into the breadbasket of Jordan Heading.
Actually, easy call yun. Para sa Red Bull.
Tama yun.
Open basketball yun, kaya wala namang dikit na tao dun.
Tama. May extension talaga ng right arm.
So wala na pong challenge sa San Miguel the rest of the way. As Heading gets it over to Aram. Lalim naman ang pinagtukutan nun.
Tulong-tulong na dito yung mga malalaki ng TNT, no? And everybody is contributing properly. That's why they have a big lead.
And what you like about that is it happened right after the timeout. Well-executed offense by Coach Chot Reyes. Good answer by Mo Tautua, now using his strength to blow by his defender. But still, TNT comfortably on top by 11.
Nambatak to Aram, faking the pass to the corner, takes it himself. No go, Junmar taps it over papunta kay Trollano.
Pag maganda laro ni Tautua, nagiging madali ang basketball para kay Junmar. But good still here.
Heading, dumps it in. Nambatak could not finish.
Ang bihira ng Mintis.
Bihira yun.
Sa lahat ng mahirap na tira niya, ito madali.
Rosales makes it pay sa kabila. That's a 4-point swing to pull San Miguel back within 9.
Masakit talaga yung Mintis na ganun minsan.
Sayang yun dahil lalamang sana ng 13, biglang naging 9 na lang.
Cobuntin. TNT trying to share it, looking for the opening. Calinato dumps it in. Aram, huli. Pero pati braso, inabot.
Late call. Tama siguro ang tawag, pero nasa kabila yun. Wala nang challenge sa San Miguel. Wala na silang magagawa doon.
Alam mo, mula nung dumakdak itong si Calinato in Game 3, nakita mo nagko-collapse sa kanya depensa pag umataking yan. Dati hindi pinapansin yan. Sige lang. Nung dumakdak, di ba? Biglang, biglang inipit siya ng depensa.
Nabigyan pa ng warning dito si Mo Tautua.
This is the first though. Kim Aurin checking into the game for the first time. Pangalawang pahinga na to para kay Heading. Ang bilis ng balasa ni Coach Chot.
Marami siya nagagamit. Kasi paglamang ka, madali eh. Hindi ba? Madali magbalasa eh. Even as a coach, Coach Ryan, you can use a lot more of your players and give them confidence if you have a lead. Kasi hawa-hawa yan eh.
And plus the fact that gusto rin ni Coach Chot Reyes fresh yung legs ng kanyang mga manlalaro because he's doing a lot of pressure defense from the backcourt.
Trollano nagpakawala. 3-ball is good! The Beermen clawing their way back into this. Ito na lang ang inahabol.
Hindi nawawala yung laro ni Trollano.
Galinato's floater is good.
Good shot. And there's the pressure defense that they'll put off. Alam nila kaya nga na-challenge. That's why it's hard for them to use Wami Johnson eh. Because medyo malambot si Wami eh, sa iyong katawan eh. No? Kaya nga pag pinangga nila, nahihirapan si Wami. Ayun, look at that.
Look at that defense again.
Look at that.
Cobuntin, huli!
Good block.
Pero merong foul na nasilip dito. At habang papunta si Cobuntin sa free throw line, yung kinikwento ninyong dalawa kanina, Dr. Jen, Coach RGS, you take a look at this first.
It happened right in front of the bench of San Miguel. It was definitely clean upstairs. pero natawagan nga ng foul. But the problem is, Dr. J, wala nang challenge.
That would have been a perfect opportunity to use it.
Na pang-challenge talaga.
Ito yung pinagkikwentuhan ninyo. Kung sino nananalo ng first quarter, kalauna nananalo ng game. Games 1 and 4, TNT nakakuha ng first, sila nanalo. Games 2 and 3, San Miguel nakakuha, sila ang nakasundot, no?
That was very obvious. That is an obvious trend here in the series. In this particular game, TNT starting so strong again, close to 30 points, 29 to be exact. San Miguel trailing by 10 points.
Trollano on the move. One to shoot. Doesn't work. And TNT will hang on to a double-digit lead at the end of the first.
Yeah. Good first quarter for TNT, but far from over itong laro.
Yes.
Kanina, 16 na yan, Coach RG, pero nagising din naman ang SMB.
Tama yan, kaya kita natin, ibang klase talaga itong laban na ito. Napaka-importante para sa magkabilang koponan.
Naghanap! We're up in here, okay? Naghanap dito, this guy. Okay? Kailangan magbalik. Hey! Hey, Rod! Please! The first killer always roll, please! Kasi may isang big pa dito naghihintay. Okay? Next one is up.
We have with us assistant coach Peter Martin of the Beermen. Coach, TNT again was off to a hot start. They're outside shooting. They were falling. What needs to be done here in the second quarter to prevent having a complete deja vu of last game?
Yeah, we're glad. I mean, we're lucky it's happening in the first quarter. They're hitting all their shots, but we have to clean up a little bit on defense. But the problem is sometimes we're a little bit uptight offensively. Yung mga contested 3-point shots na pumapasok, we can't do anything about that, and we just have to play good defense with that.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Back to the panel.
Maraming salamat, Miss Apple, and thank you for your time, Coach Peter Martin. Martin kayo ng Martin eh. Peter Martin. Si
Peter
Pedro.
na lang. Para siguradong tama.
29-19, TNT taking the first quarter. They were up by as many as 16. Nagising ng bahagya bago matapos yung first set ng SMB.
Good observation by the coaching staff of San Miguel, led by of course Coach Peter Martin. Dahil nga alam niya, yung mga tira ng TNT napakahirap, pumapasok, wala na silang magagawa doon. If they make it, they make it. But what they want to polish is their execution on offense. Masyado silang naging predictable at ready parate yung depensa ng TNT.
Can San Miguel survive a torrid shooting pace by TNT like that, though?
Well, it'll be hard, but they certainly have the ability to come back. Sila, yung kanilang starting five did not contribute a lot, you know, and that's why it's actually the second team that really got them back into the game.
And that second team will stay there, featuring Jericho Cruz, Don Trollano, Chris Rosales, Mo Tatua, and Rodney Brondial. Katapat nila itong sina Henry Galinato, Reynan Batak, JP Eram, Glenn Cobuntin, and Kim Aurin. Katabi naman natin, three-time PBA champion Coach Ryan Gregorio, Hall of Famer Dr. J. Andiao, at syempre si Miss Apple David patrolling the sidelines dito sa Inares Antipolo. Galinato with a block, 2 to shoot. Tatua found a way, ganda ng pasa ni Rodney.
Good presence of mind there by Rodney Burandial.
They didn't show panic, Doc. Paubos na yung oras nila pero nakabigay pa siya ng magandang pasa.
Uh-oh. Illegal screen talaga. Eram always seems to have that one time where he will be called for an offensive foul on a tough screen. No?
Kaya apologize kagad siya kinang Batak na mali niya yung timing, no?
And usually yan, he will contest it. Titigin siya sa coach siya, sabihin, Coach, i-challenge mo. But that time around, inako na yung offensive foul.
Kaya sabi nga ni Doc, may average na isa per game.
Saka hindi nagalit sa kanya si coach, so sorry na lang agad siya.
Nice drop! Rosales to Brondia.
Ang ganda na rinalaro ni Rosales, compared to the way that dinala ni Ross yung team in the first quarter. And so far, no signs of Wami Johnson at all. Oops! Yun, meron pa ito parang. Pero part of the playoff, banggaan.
Era Mamenwersa. Diubra. Prandial. Susungkitin yung board. Cruz trying to settle things down para dito sa SMB. Tautua over to the corner. Rosales for 3. Punches it through!
Ngayon Rosales, 7 points na yata yan. Oh, 7 points na yun.
Ito yung tinatawag nating magic bunot ni Coach Leo Austria. Not only is he looking for his shots, he's also dishing off to his teammates. And this is now a kumbaga, closer lead to trying to overhaul this 5-point advantage of TNT.
3-point shot na yan at sa atin ng Arena plus Sportsbook. It is a 7-2 second quarter so far para sa San Miguel.
We have a lot of players that are, you would say, sometimes borderline. Pero pag binigyan mo ng pagkakataon, ang tatapang din maglaro. For example, that is an example that si Rosales. On the other side, si Inciso. Alam naman natin si Inciso may laro yan. Pero minsan hindi lang siya makatama doon sa kanilang team na pinaglalaruan. Pag napunta sa tama, doon lumalabas ang laro.
And another thing, Doc, yung mga nabanggit natin mga manlalaro, what they've proven is they're really good locker room players. They're just wait for their numbers to be called and they're always staying ready. That is what we're witnessing right now.
Katulad ng bata mo si Atat yung mga araw. Di ba? Always ready yun.
Yes.
Kevin Ferrer now part of the 5. Tautua lilipat. Diumubra. Gang rebounding. It is heading with the rock. Kasama niya sa pagbabalik sa Sege itong si Calvin Oftana. Heading to the left side. Rosales giving chase. Heading, not napigan. Rosales without steal. Tautua to Jericho. Touchdown SMB!
Now the momentum has shifted thanks to the brilliance of Rosales forcing that turnover and allowing Cruz to go for an unmolested layup.
Defensive stop na to atin sa atin ang Pioneer Elastosil. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Big Mo Tautua. He has been a revelation do sa unang tatlong laro ng San Miguel. Last time around, solid pa rin naman yung 9-9, but you want him to shoot a little better than 4 of 11.
That's right, only 36% for someone who likes to operate inside the paint. Hindi efficient yung ganyang shooting. And the other thing is 5 turnovers. You don't want to throw the ball over that many times and still expect to win a basketball game.
Dr. J, etong San Miguel starting to turn the tide here in the second quarter. 5 na lang ang hinahabol nila.
Well, they're too good a team just to give up after a first quarter or a very good start. Katulad na nabanggit ng coaching staff, when the other team shoots 5 out of 6 from the floor, and many of them 3-point shots to start the ball game, and no choice tayo but to just keep on hanging on and play defense.
Enciso handling. Tautua with a steal. Jericho pushing it. Knees held down. Foul will be whistled on either Ferrer or Simon.
But that can be frustrating, of course. They just came off a timeout. And usually ATO plays very important for coaches because that is where you're seeing the focus of their players. Kung muff play yun, ibig sabihin, hindi masyadong nakinig yun during the huddle.
You know, at this point with the entry of Ferrer, 11 player na ang ginagamit ni Coach Chotre. Sa kabila, only 9 players so far. But nakita mo naman na Chot wants to play small against this team from time to time, lalo na pag wala dyan si Junmar because he feels he has great advantage offensively against the other team.
Ferrer, babalik kay Galinato. 11 segundo pa naman sa shot clock ng TNT. Enciso to the corner. Ferrer for 3. No. Nice tap by Oftana, feeding Galinato for the reverse.
He's being at the right place and at the right time. An unselfish play by Oftana. Galinato was up to the task.
A lot of small heroes in this ball game so far. Yung mga taong na nagko-contribute big para sa kanilang kupunan.
Tautua kicks. Jericho lines it up. Doesn't work. Oftana with the board. 6-point lead para dito sa Tropang 5G. Enciso. Feeding Ferrer. Hinahanap nila si Heading. The birthday boy. Down the gut of the defense. Kumapit! Juventus!
Ang laki na in-improve ng kanyang penetration here with TNT. Something he didn't show with conversion even in his past games with the Gilas team.
And another facet in the game of Heading is reading the defense. Defense tailed, he curled, nasa likod niya na yung kanyang depensa.
Rosales to Tautua. Sasali si Trollano. 3-ball, no! Tautua with a rebound. Rosales trying to decide what to do. Almost lost his footing there. Jericho, 6 to work with. Lines it up straight away. No! Brontiel with another board. Third serving for San Miguel. Tautua thought about it. Dives in. Looking to drop it off. Napitawan ni Rodney.
Hindi pa masa yun. Kung si Junmar yung dapat pasahan mo. Ito, panira ka na dahil inaabangan na ni Brontiel yung tira mo. And Junmar has come back into the ball game together with CJ Perez.
Look at his move by Heading. Wow! Beautiful shot by number 15.
May yo-yo pa eh.
Ibang klase yun. Eksakto yung pectus.
Under 7.5 natitira sa ating ikalawang yugto. It is TNT by 8 once again. Largest lead was 16 back in the first quarter of play. Heading ulit! This time around, Rosales was there, but for the cleanup, it is Kevin Ferrer.
Ganun na naman, ano, yung mga tiny contributions ng mga manlalaro ng TNT. Now it was the turn of Ferrer to score a basket.
At the other side, Ferrer is whistled for the foul.
Si Ferrer, you know, he has already proven himself when he played with Ginebra. He's only about, what, he's a legitimate 6'5", maybe 6'6", but he plays bigger than his height. Actually, kala mo forward lang ito, pero marunong magdumipensa ito sa poste.
Habang mag-free throw si Brondial, merong report si David. Tatatlo turnover na itong TNT. Ngayong second quarter, nakakatatlo na sila. 5 minuto pa lang ang lumilipas. Brondial goes 2 for 2.
Still a good lead here, an 8-point lead. Just below 7 minutes dito second. Oh, nice crossover there.
Simon looking to dance with Brondial. Bibit-bitan ni Enciso. Di kumapit yun, but it stays on that side. Simon gets it to Oftana. CJ, no numbers in their favor. Mag-aantay ng respa. Perez dancing with Heading. Brondial with a pick. Perez couldn't release. Pasa niya, tinapik ni Kelly. Heading against Ross. Flips it out. Ferrer for 3. No!
San Miguel should play a little bit faster, coach. They're playing too slow, and TNT's half-court defense is just really, really good.
And well anticipated are the passing lanes, particularly towards the direction of Junmar Fajardo. That was a good initiation by Don Trollano. He was definitely fishing for a foul, and he got a big one. He will turn to the free throw line to shoot 2. But just to emphasize kung gaano kaganda yung depensa ng TNT kay Junmar, Junmar only has 4 points so far.
And 3 rebounds pala.
3 rebounds and only took 1 attempt. 1 out of 1 to be exact for the big man.
Hindi nga siya maka-attempt na maganda eh. And most of his points earlier coming from the free throw line. And he sat down a long time.
Si Marshall Lassiter, papasok ulit sa ating laro. He went 0 for 2 in his first stint
pa rin ito,
as a starter. We talked about it, ano? Ito si Marcio, yung dalawang panalo nila, average 11 points per game. Pero sa dalawang talo, 0. He was 0 for 6 in 2 games combined, and right now he's 0 for 2.
Usually, hindi na si zero yan. Pag galing sa zero yan.
Tama yan.
Ang isang pinakamalaking dago ay yung 3-point shooting. Hanggang sa semis mula nung Ilims, he was a 55% 3-point shooter. Dito sa finals, 1 of 7 pa lang. 14% lang yan. Candy for 3.
Ganda ng bitaw. Kita mo. Ganda ng bitaw.
Definitely has that green light to shoot.
Pangatlo na yan, ha?
Pangatlo na. Just to draw the defense of whoever is guarding him in this particular 5 of San Miguel. Minsan si Junmar, minsan si Don Troliano.
42-32, back to a double-digit spread para sa Tropang 5G.
Kaninong offensive foul ito?
Williams will be the guilty party that time, Doc. Sayang missed opportunity once again. Look at this move. There was a confusion. Late on the closeout was Don Troliano. Give him that space. He will never hesitate to launch it from deep.
Yeah, he's open eh. So that's a good shot eh. Yung kay Troliano, okay, to him, he makes those kind of shots. But you know, hindi ka makakabawi ng mabilisan dito. You got to really take and play the game the way it should be played.
Perez against Enciso. Junmar sliding. Kelly recovers. It is Marcio who gives it up to Rodney.
Terrible spacing there.
6 to shoot for the guys in white. CJ has to make it happen. Rosser sticking with him. CJ, no. Brondial down low. And Rodman Brondial comes up with a stick back.
There was no execution to speak of. It was just pure hard work by Rodney Brondial to keep that ball alive and to score on the putback.
Brondial now with a total of 6 points and 6 rebounds. Nice drive by Octana.
And this is just the beauty of understanding who is guarding you. Oftana was up against the defense of Brondial. He's not going to launch it outside. Instead, he's going to use his quickness to blow by his defender, and he was rewarded.
44-34, TNT by 10. Apat at kalahati natitira sa ating second quarter. Going around the Inares Center here in Antipolo on this Friday night. All kinds of PBA fans from all over flocking to the capital, San Capitolio, netong Antipolo. And what a ball game we are witnessing. Pati yung energy ng crowd dito, Coach Archie and Dr. J. Second quarter pa lang, it is at fever pitch already.
Grabe talaga. Lalong-lalo na dito sa alam ng mga taga-Antipolo kung gaano sila kaswerte na in a best-of-7 series such as this titanic matchup against San Miguel and the TNT, 3 beses nangyari dito sa Antipolo, and this will be the last one.
Eh lalo na ngayon, Game 5 na. Yung mananalo ngayong gabi, pwede na mag-champion sa linggo, Dok.
Yeah, and that happened to them last conference. Nanalo ang San Miguel Game 5 and they won Game 6. After it was 2-all. So, malaking bagay talaga. But, you know, TNT has been, you know, decimated in the last conference in the All-Filipino by injuries. Now, si Pugoy lang ang problema nila, but everybody has begun to step up and they've gotten ng batak back. No? So, that has really helped them.
Between these two flagships, actually, pang-8 beses nila nakikita sa isang PBA Finals. Sa unang 7, 6 na beses doon nanalo ang San Miguel. Nakakaisa pa lang ang TNT. Gusto nila makausat na, makapangalawa. But Lassiter has other things in mind. The lefty layup doesn't work.
Nakita mo parating may nagsasalubong pagdating niya sa basket. Hindi siya open.
And the kind of defensive TNT, Doc, they just could not find the right combination and point of attack. We're talking about the execution of San Miguel.
Rosser in traffic. Still got it up. CJ will clear it para dito sa San Miguel Beermen.
Still a 10-point lead being enjoyed here by the TNT.
Junmar goes to work, kicks it over. Ross trying to size up heading. Brondial will offer to pick. Ross to Lassiter, quick trigger. Marshall lights it up.
Yun open.
And every time Doc talks about a certain player, you just have to admit that he knows his basketball. Sinabi niya hindi nag-back-to-back 0. Ito si Lassiter, nakatres na naman.
Kahit ganun na edad niya, marami pa sinasabi niya. His defense is faltered a little bit, but it's still there. It's not a bad defense.
Heading inside.
It's gonna be a foul.
Si Ross ba o si Lassiter on the help? Heading will have an opportunity to get himself in double digits. 8 puntos na siya on 3 of 4 shooting so far. He is 2 for 2 from the 3-point line. Meron pa 3 rebound at 2 assist plus a steal para dito sa birthday boy na si Jordan.
Yung taon na ba yung mga 28, no? 28, 29 years old. No?
What a pickup for TNT. Look at his finals numbers. Close to 15 points per ball game. Can't leave him open from the outside. He's just deadly. And now he has added another asset in his offensive attack. And that is yung penetration. Buong-buo. Napakahirap istapin.
Jordan gets the 10. Boss MVP in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Applauding.
Oh, good to see, boss.
Matagal na hindi natin nakikita sa games yun. But he's here to, of course, cheer his team on.
CJ down to get it a D.
Oh.
Found the angle there.
Alam mo yung fourth quarter na nagwala siya sa game 3. Ganun nag-umpisa yung unang drive niya sa fourth quarter. Kala mo walang chance pumasok eh. Tapos tuloy-tuloy na si CJ no.
4 points na para dito kay Perez.
And just pure basketball creativity by CJ.
Kelly left alone.
Oh, that was a good shot too. Medyo nag-hesitate kagad siya. Yes. No? Hindi niya pinitawang kagad. Hindi remain.
TNT's lead is 7. Gustong bawasan niya ni Perez. CJ against Heading once again. CJ got the drop on him. Brondial with the board. Brondial with a hook.
Where would they be without Brondial's rebounding and finishing? 8 points na yata yan.
8-8 do. 8 points, 8 rebounds.
Okay.
And he is just getting it from the offensive rebounding end. He's not even demanding that drop.
Oftana trying to get around Marshall. Yan yung sinasabing depensa ni Dog.
That's a foul. And that's going to mean free throws. Kaya nga si Brondial, pinakukuha ko na kay Coach Ryan. Doon sa ating 3x3. Ang sipag eh. Ang kulang lang talaga sa kanya outside shot. Pero he's just not taking it because he's not willing to do it with this team. Pero yung sipag sa ilalim, hindi mo maalis. Saka magaling dumipensa.
You really love his physicality. He's willing to mix it up inside. Tapos, mataas yung kanyang tolerance sa pain eh. Pwedeng makipagbanggaan.
Pahanda mo na kontrata, Coach.
Pwede talaga.
Hindi, kukuha ng medal standing siya si Coach Ryan.
So,
magkahanap man siya ng tao.
Timing lang. After the finals.
Yeah.
Mga tao.
A minute 49 remaining sa ating first half. Oftana pushes that lead back up to 6. Si Calvin ginagawang palabigasan yung free throw line.
And another attack or the mentality of Tana is he's also posting up the perimeter guards of San Miguel. Feeling niya may advantage siya ron.
Lassiter to the baseline. Got around Rosser. Marshall to the cup.
Yun ang experience. Kahit nabangga siya ng 2 beses, he never stopped driving. Kasi alam niya, walang pito eh. I'm not gonna stop and look for a foul from the referees. Wala.
Pero yung individual talent, nagmamanifest dito, Doc. Nagpapakita dahil hindi talaga sila maka-execute. Hirap talaga sila sa depensa ng TNT.
Heading to Williams.
No, nahuli ni Marshall.
Marshall with that steal. And now is looking to get it directly to Junmar. Ganda ng denial ni Rosser. Hindi umislide si Mo. Kaya CJ na lang muna binigay ni Marcio. CJ on the move, in traffic. Nagkapit pa sa ere si Perez.
May mga magic na tira yan sa ilalim eh.
And another individual play that resulted to another basket by San Miguel.
And just like that, tatlo na lang ang abante ng TNT.
Grabe kayod nito mga manlalaro ng San Miguel. 16 points was the biggest lead of TNT way back in the first quarter. Now it's down to 3.
Wala na yung 2-4-1. Ang tagal lang kanilang setup.
Rosser in trouble. Gives it out to Stingray. Nambata puts his head down. Huli ni Rosyon! Pwede mag-last shot ang San Miguel. CJ realizes it.
No fouls to give.
26-19 so far ang ating second quarter scoring. Tautua rises high. Junmar cleans it up. What a second quarter fight back by the Beermen.
Very encouraging indeed. After having a slow start in Game 5, they woke up in the second quarter, and now we're going to start the third quarter with the Beermen only down by 1 point.
Dr. J, ang ating Babad player of the half is none other than the birthday boy Jordan Heading. Babad player natin, hatid sa atin ng Divan. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family only with Divan.
Bayad na ako dyan. Umayos naman ang laro niya. Pati depensa niya, it's not bad. Tignan mo yung natira ngayon.
First quarter pa lang, magaganda mga pagkakalinis ng mga bariles ni Jordan.
20 minutes, 10 points. But of course, for Tropang 5G, they have to play better in the third quarter. They just lost 15 out of their biggest lead of 16 here in the first half.
Get ready for some people.
And what an eye.
From the field. Get ready for some PBA Finals action from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. In what everyone expected to be a close race between two thoroughbred teams, San Miguel has started to open up some lengths, wants to clear this, but TNT on the other hand wants to close the gap and make it neck and neck once again in this final lap. San Miguel led by 12-time best player of the conference, Junmar Fajardo. Can they make it 3-1? But TNT wants to make it deadlock at 2. Malalaman natin yan pagkatapos ng game number 4 na aming ihandog sa inyo.
What a pass. Oftana, back-to-back baskets for TNT for a 3-point lead. CJ Perez, continues from where he left off last game. It's a 3.
Our score, Jordan Heading with a nice start in this ball game. He has a layup, and he's got a 3-pointer already.
It's wide open. That's Oftana, and he drains a triple.
But there they go. And there is the first basket of Junmar in this game. So,
Batak steps in. Tough bucket.
they wanted to go inside to Junmar Fajardo. As the Dean pointed out earlier, it's been tough to get the ball to JMF inside. Spires on this first half of action, which TNT, shall we say, dominated. 65-40 ang ating score.
TNT doing a great job making it difficult for San Miguel.
Tana. Fade away. Basket. He's been automatic tonight. Junmar inside. No! Successful stop by Kelly Williams and BGR.
Calvin wants another! And he gets it to go! This is
so wide open. Simon gets another one, and this is all TNT here.
San Miguel will finish this game scoring less than 90.
a dominating performance by TNT. Series is tied at 2 games apiece.
Conference high for Calvin of Tana, and what a night.
We're entering the twilight zone. Last 2 minutes natin. 5-point lead. Kelly, the drop to Brandon. Baseline was open.
What an unselfish play by Kelly Williams, who has played stellar basketball.
Heading has been busy with 9 assists. 5 on the shot clock. Heading, splitting it. Nambata, open. Money on the three. That was huge. Just a great read by Nambata. One little fake, got 2 guys from San Miguel challenging in the same spot, knocking down that lead. Now, getting this lead. Heading, hingi ng Pique Galinato. Oh, Galinato! Down the lane! Parang narinig ni Galinato yung sinasabi ko kanina. Are we going to give him that basketball at this stage in the ballgame? They finally get it to CJ.
There's going to be the ball screen there. Oh, nag-switch na sila.
Perez for 4! Knocks it down! Predator! Strikes again! Inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Yun yung sinasabi ni Coach Richard. The previous play, hindi siya nakahawak ng bola. Game clock. Perez, ginugulo ni Octana. CJ, shoots a 3. Perez, again! Money on the three! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CJ Perez Show! Pumasok si CJ sa 4th quarter only with 3 points. 1 out of 7 shooting from the field.
For TNT to extend the 4-point lead almost halfway through the first. Kelly Williams attacks, and the layup is good. Kelly aggressive, and you can see TNT has been attacking on the offensive end.
But they're attacking Mark Fajardo and getting any shot in the first open look.
Well, you know that San Miguel, they're averaging 108 points when they win. Here's one-on-one. There's a help defense by Poyera. First time we're seeing this kind of a compliment. Kel Williams attacking on the inside. He will score! He will score and go to the line. Nakita natin yung adjustment ni Coach Shot Reyes. He's got Kelly Williams and Poyera playing together because nakita niya Junmar Fajardo and Mota to also play together. So he's matching tit for tat.
Everything. Eto si Heading. Heading assessing the situation. He'll get into the paint. Go up strong! And he'll join the scoring party as well.
There's a lot of space underneath. A lot of space.
Jordan Heading, another guy we haven't mentioned who has not been that productive yet in this game. But then, look
And
at
there he is.
As if on cue, hindi pa na productive. Ito sa inyo.
Bukang-buka yung sa ilalim eh. Bukang-buka. It was against Titan. And that's a conference high para sa kanya.
That's a missed lefty hook shot mula kay Taudua. And chance na ibalik sa double digits. Kelly, there you go. It's up to 11. Don Trollano hits the deck. They were looking for a foul as well. But San Miguel Beermen napatawag ng timeout. They got close. But then TNT creating a bit of distance once again with 3:27 to go. He needs to get up and back on defense.
On top defense by Bronjal. That transition beat ng San Miguel.
Bronjal has been great in this game. Junmar 2.
And good decision by Bronjal. Hindi lang score, pumapasa pa.
Bronjal,
unselfish play. Unselfish play by Rodney Bronjal. And he fed the big man. You need Junmar Pahar to get his offense going, who has played stellar basketball from the opening tip.
That's a four! That's a four! Don Trollano, first field goal.
Shot.
That's his first field goal.
That's his first.
11 to shoot. Heading will make his move. Go to Kelly. Kelly the bounce to Brandon. He went up strong. He put it in.
He did it again. They ran the same play. They had Kelly Williams attacking the middle, and then San Miguel Beers defense focused on Williams. Nakakawala si Brandon Gomez sa ilalim with that excellent bounce pass galing kay Kelly Williams.
Tama so far. CJ gusto na rin makapag-ambag para sa San Miguel. Step back three.
Very good rhythm right now. We're talking
three. CJ gustong dagdagan yan. Heading in front. CJ bounces over to Jericho. Sangkahon. Abante ng San Miguel.
May foul pa yata eh. Meron pa, Doc. So mabibigyan pa ng bonus free throw itong si Jericho.
Patted away by the big men. Was that Kelly? Was that Brandon? Doesn't matter because now it is heading at the other end.
And it's all starting because of the pressure defense of TNT.
Rodney has been playing solid basketball here in Game 2. Perez, 1 of 7 so far. Goes glass! He was shooting blanks, 1 of 7 before that.
To bounce back.
Don't tell that to Halalondo. Nagmamadali pa rin si Gio.
Perez, back to back.
Aba, nag-iingay pa si Kevin.
Back to back.
Binabayaran niya na to change the name.
Yeah.
They actually paid to change the name. So. And one pa para dito kay Don.
And this guy was just so unstoppable in tonight's game. Look at him.
A little bit more than what they would want to in the first 2 games. So napaka-importante.
Oh, look at PGR.
He has been consistent. He's right now.
They were going to him at the post. He was shooting threes. He could do a lot of different things.
PGR.
I like that move by BGR. He had a wide open 3, but really attacked the basket, trying to bait Junmar to help probably get a foul. And right now the lead is down to 5.
That was at 17 back in the first quarter. Pero itong tropa knows
For San Miguel, they need a guy to be able to try and be the same as TNT.
Look at them finishing through the foul. At mag-backwards now. Perez, atras muna. Down. He sees a spray. The big block. BGR erasing every bit of that Perez attempt.
You gotta love that.
Trollano. What a move by Don Trollano.
Ito talaga when San Miguel first para sa TNT.
Ito na naman si Calvin. To Jordan, it's Calinato. Bigay kay BGR.
Makikita natin, every time either team commits a turnover. So dito TNT, nag-small na rin sila with Constantine at the 4.
He's guarding Junmar. Initya na lang ni Trollano. Pumasok na! That's a tough shot. Trollano with
18 points.
It's interesting how all the players are talking to the referee.
San Miguel will try to waste away some time. Perez sees an opening. Flukes it over Ganuelas Rosser.
CJ Perez coming alive here in the fourth quarter.
After leading by as many as 16, 1 point na lang ang naibaong kalamangan ng TNT Tropang 5G kontra dito sa defending champion San Miguel Beermen sa Game 5 po dito sa Inares, Antipolo. Kakwentuhan pa rin natin in his 44th year with the PBA, Dr. J. Andiao, in his 29th year, Coach Ryan Gregorio, at sa mamaya si Miss Apple David, andyan din. What a turnaround, Dr. J. Yung first quarter belonged to TNT, pero San Miguel right back in it with that second.
Well, they kept their patience and they took out their starters, and their second team really came up real big for them. You know, guys like Rosales really played well, Brondial really played well, and then of course the contributions of Troliano and Jericho Cruz was so important that pagdating ngayon ng starting five, lahat naman sumama ulit ng magandang laro.
Coach Archie, naka 20 points off the bench nga ito San Miguel in that first half.
Yes, very important talaga yung contribution ng bench ng San Miguel because Junmar Fajardo is really having a miserable time just handling that rock because of the defense of TNT. The first quarter, as we take a look at our halftime summary, belonged to TNT because of their impeccable shooting from the three-point area. Eventually, after 24 minutes, they shot 7 out of 14. For 50% from 3, only 3 out of 12 for San Miguel. But the reason why San Miguel is back in the ball game is because of effort plays. Look at the way they're getting a lot of rebounds, +5 in total rebounds, +4 in terms of second chance points, and +3 in terms of points off the turnovers. They badly needed effort baskets, and they were able to do so in the second quarter. They forced a lot of steals, scored on fast breaks, and Rodney Brundial was just unstoppable. He was just an offensive rebounding machine, especially in the second quarter.
At this point, si Miss Belby Gregorio ay kasama si Coach Josh Reyes.
Coach Josh, after the adjustments that SMB made in the second quarter, what were the discussion highlights in your dugout?
We are just losing the possession battle right now because of our turnovers and San Miguel's offensive rebounds. We just have to shore those up, make sure we box out, and then protect the basketball so that we can execute our offense.
Thank you so much, Coach Josh. Back to you, gentlemen.
Yan nga po TNT, naka-5 turnover in that second quarter, 8 in total now. San Miguel with 8 as well. Only one guy has breached double digits with Jordan Heading. Junmar Fajardo, 6 points, 5 rebounds pa lang, pero nakabalik ang SMB.
Nakakatakot yan. Dahil anong gagawin niya dito sa second half? Si Jordan Heading actually had 2 3-point shots to start the game for himself. 6 points kagad yun. He's just finished with 10. So, you know, real good contributions from guys like, you know, Rodney Brundial was responsible for 33% of the rebounds. Maybe 6 of the what they call the second chance points galing rin kay Rodney Brundial. So everything flowed through him. No? And then Marshall Lassiter really came in better here in the last few minutes of the second quarter.
Brundial will continue to start or will get to start once again dito sa third quarter natin. Kasama niya sina Lassiter, Perez, Fajardo, and Ross. Same starting unit yan para sa SMB. Ganon din naman para dito sa TNT. It is Nambata with Heading, Williams, Oftana, and Rosser. Heading, 2 to shoot. He's got to make it happen. Rosser, quick release. hindi na maka-follow through dahil ubus na yung shot clock, ano?
It was actually a good shot. Well done in terms of that drop pass by Heading. Hindi lang ready ron. Medyo nagmadali si BGR.
Pagkakataon ng San Miguel, masungkit ang kalamangan dito. They have yet to lead in the game. It's been all TNT up to this juncture. Junmar wants to change that. Araro si Abay!
Now finally, one of the goals of whoever is the man tasked to get the ball in the hands of Junmar is just give him the ball and he will find ways to create an opportunity to score.
Nakita mo yung position niya, wala na siya doon sa mga poste on the sides. Nasa gitna na siya.
Medyo mas mataas siya, Doc, ngayon. Hindi mo na mapa-front.
Adjustment yan. Tapos tingnan natin kung paano umadjust yung dumidepensa. Oh, good rebound.
But Ross stripped it away from Rosser. Ganda na sana, no?
Such a strong fight back by San Miguel. A 17-point turnaround for them. What seemed like what looked like a walk along the park again for TNT. The way they started this game, ibang klase itong pagbabalik ng Beermen.
Perez will step back. CJ could not deliver it. Oftana with a rebound.
You know, sometimes, Doc, you just have to be very patient with CJ because Junmar just made a basket earlier.
Yeah.
Di ba, minsan gusto mo talagang i-feed si Junmar until what they say, until the wheels fall off.
Ito mabigat dahil dalawang dikit na foul itong si Brandon Canielas Roser. Pero katulad mo, libre rin si Lassiter, hinihingi niya yung bola eh. And he was at closer range, no? Pero you trust CJ, you give him that.
Oh, yes.
Junmar doesn't complain either. Kung bigay mo sa akin, okay lang.
At this point, merong report si Apple.
Dahil nga sa matinding depensa ng TNT, patuloy yung pag-ikot ng manlalaro ni Coach Leo until they found that non-Junmar 5, that click in the second quarter, na nakatulong makabalik sa larong ito. But still, they want to have more success in the post here in the second half and be able to go to Junmar somehow, some way. Pero ang pinaka-importante dyan, na dapat daw may sense of urgency sa start dito sa third quarter kasi usually dito sila mabagal. Balik sa inyo.
Nakita mo naman yung ginawa ni Lassiter, dinire-diretso talaga yon. Yun din ang balak ni ng bata pero hindi niya nakuha. Ang malaking dagok sa TNT because of the back-to-back fouls, the Rosser, as Lassiter is catching fire. Apat biglang foul nung Ganuelas Rosser.
And what is important is the checklist by San Miguel. They want to have a good start here at the start of the third quarter. They're actually doing it. And what is more significant is they're getting and patting this lead without going to Junmar Fajardo single-handedly.
3-point shot na to atin sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook na puwersa, Doc, ang TNT into this timeout because it's been all SMB so far. 7-0 start to the third para dito sa San Miguel. Etong si Super Marcio, in losses nga. We've been talking about it. Bokya ang kanyang kontribusyon. Pero in the 2 wins so far, naka-11 siya. First quarter ng larong ito as a starter. Bokya na naman, but he scored 5 quick ones in the second and another 5 quick ones here in the third.
And now the leading scorer for San Miguel, 10 total points for Super Marcio, and is shooting at will right now. He's so confident in launching shots from the outside, and it's hitting the bell at this moment.
2 of 3 from the 3-point line para dito kay Super Marcio, and it's a 7-0 start to the third para dito sa San Miguel.
You know, maybe in the driver, he probably thought he was fouled, but he's not a guy who complains. He just goes and plays. He's too much of a seasoned veteran to be complaining to referees at this stage.
Nambatak trying to get TNT on the board here in the second half. Oftana looking to contribute. 7 points pa lang para sa kanya. Taplis lang sa ring yan. Here comes Perez. Looking to continue to pounce on the Tropang 5G. Lassiter again. This time Oftana chases him off the line. They go to the big man. Junmar contra Galinado. Spins baseline. Jump hook. No!
Good defense there. Good shot by Junmar. Just didn't have enough strength.
Nambatak in trouble. Had to dive for it. Ross on top of him. It's going to be a foul on Chris. He dove on top of him, right?
Yeah. Denied niya eh. Pero tignan natin kung anong tawag.
Very interesting kung anong tawag. Offensive foul.
At this stage, wala pa yan.
Oh, loose ball foul was called against Ray Nambatak was called for that foul.
Oo, kasi he took the legs from under Ross pala. May tama sa binti. Emotions running high once again. This is Game 5 of the best of 7 PBA Philippine Cup Finals.
And those are the things that you appreciate in the game of Chris Ross. Look at this action between these two players.
He's gonna get a technical foul for a string in a row.
Pinagbigyan pa ng review ng dalawa, no, Doc?
His third, fourth team foul for TNT.
But he pushed it. Hindi nakakarinig ng pito sa unang dalawa. Tinatlo pa. Na-warningan na.
Bakas yung frustration dito kay Ray Nambatak. Naisahan siya ni Chris Ross eh. Naagawan siya. Natawagan pa siya ng foul.
Better keep your cool in this stage. No, matagal pa itong laro.
Nambatak gets it back. He made up for it. Heading sa kabila. Drops it off to Oftana. Heading will get it back to CO. Nambatak pleading for it. Williams and Perez getting entangled.
A lot of physicality now. And let's see if the referees can control it. I mean, they let so much go with that last play of Nambatak and Ross. And they may not be able to control it by allowing that to happen.
And you know the mentality of these players, testing in eh, kung hanggang saan yung tolerance nito mga referees.
Parang yung kay Nambatak, unang dalawa hindi bumito, eh di tinatlo niya.
Exactly.
But when he saw the gesture of his coaches just to focus on the game, he buckled down on defense and he forced a turnover.
Coach Lutz too wise to that, you know, hindi dapat ganyan ang laro natin.
Na-pull out muna si Nambatak, Kim Aurin is back in the game. Heading, making his move. Trying to drop it off. Buti na lang, ando doon si Kelly para sa TNT. Kaso inabot din sila ng 24.
San Miguel playing with so much pride on defense. Still nothing to show in the third quarter for TNT in the first 24 minutes. A total of 48 points for Tropang 5G. Look at the score right now. It's still pegged at 48 for the blue shirts.
Bokya pa nga sa third quarter.
Yun na nga, 7-0 blast yan.
This San Miguel crowd is lit. They are engaged in every single second of the action. Gotta love the atmosphere ngayong gabi dito sa Antipolo.
By the way, Era must come in for Kelly, no? Kelly Williams.
Perez almost lost it. 9 to shoot. CJ flips it in. Prondial, huli! Pero pati braso inabot daw doon.
Papa-challenge si Coach Chondem.
Galinado saying siya daw ang unang in-engage. And Coach Chot believing Henry. Meron daw tumulak. Yun yung motion, di ba? May tumulak.
Yes, and you saw that confidence. He did not even consult his coaches. Coach Chot saw that. There might be a third-party push from a different player. That is why there was a collision. Tatandaan natin itong San Miguel. Wala ng challenge. Natalo sila ng unang challenge way back in the first quarter. But for TNT, whatever advantage they can generate here in the third quarter after a very slow start for them, they will definitely try to get it.
Medyo matagal yung investigasyon. Meron tayong science dyan, di ba, Doc?
Usually may mangyayari. Pag madali, kita
After the
agad
review,
yung call.
there's a third-part contact on Jomar Fajardo. And the right call is offensive foul on Jomar Fajardo. That's why the challenge of token text was successful.
Doc, yung science natin, science ng panghuhula natin, tumama na naman, ano?
Pag tumagal, medyo may malamang may problema na yung original ng tawag.
Ito yun, no? Junmar's behind Galinato. At ayun nga, pushed them into Brondial.
There was a similar play that happened in Game 3 in the SMO Arena wherein Junmar also pushed Eram. Eram inadvertently hit Marshall Lassiter and it was also reversed.
Yung challenge was successful.
Oftana got a wide open look, the easiest basket he's had all night.
And that is why
they beat the pressure defense.
And another thing, Doc, kaya importante na focus ka talaga lalong-lalo na yung feeling mo na mapapaboran ka ng tawag dahil yun, first 2 points yan ng TNT sa third quarter.
CJ trying to extricate himself. Out in all over him. Galinato shows hard. Junmar against Eram. Lenny JP. Junmar pa rin. Will have to earn it from the line.
You know, just to dramatize how hard it is for Junmar Fajardo to get the ball underneath. Pag hawak pa lang ng bola at pagsalo, naghihiyawan na yung tao eh. Dahil nun kahirap makapunta yung bola dahil nga sa depensa ng TNT.
Fajardo takes care to first.
Nine points for the big man.
And so far tonight, maganda yung tikada niya from the free throw line. 3 of 4, make that 4 of 5.
Yeah, iisa lamang ng mintis niya.
And in first 4 games nga, 55% shooting lang siya. Heading to Eram. Hindi makakuha yung bounce. Eram diving. Rodney getting down and dirty as well. CJ on the move. Goes to the spin. Aurin sticking with him. Aurin whistled for the foul, trying to fight through that pick.
There was an issue. Aurin not knowing exactly time, score, and situation. When I talk about situation, that was already the 16th foul for TNT. Eh wala pa naman sa attacking mode si Brondial. Kaya bibigyan na naman ng dalawang free throws si Rodney.
Tsaka halos 5 minuto pa lang sa third.
Yeah, well, that's all of a sudden a turnaround. And Rosales has come back in. Actually, is Chongson on the bench? Because I don't know, I can't see that far kung nandun siya, no? Maybe he might not be there. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Rosales was...
I do not see him down there. Yun. Katabi ni Kahilig. Natakpan ni Kahilig.
Pero maayos ang laro talaga ni Rosales and there's no reason why he should not continue to be used.
Heading. Kicks it over. Aurin on the move. Aurin with a floater. Bitin.
They're babying their shots right now.
Rosales with the board. Here comes Lassiter. Back to Chris. Rosales nagtinikling sa baseline. Re-reset ng San Miguel ang kanila atake.
Plenty of time on their shot clock.
Junmar on the slide. And the two San Miguel big men running into each other. Meron bang tumulat? Yun ang iimbestigahan.
There might be a foul that will be called against Eram after a made basket. So they are reviewing it right now. But definitely, the momentum has shifted towards the side of San Miguel. They're executing better. They're finding openings to extricate from the defense of TNT.
Sila na ngayon ang may 10-point lead, ano? After being down by as many as 16. Eto, tignan natin ano nangyari after the basket.
So as expected again, look at the weak side, Poy Eram. From the backside of Rodney Brondial. And after a made basket, that caused a collision between the two Beermen. So another free throw will be awarded to San Miguel.
At magaganap po yan pagkatapos na itong timeout. Patuloy nga po ang ating pagtutok sa Game 5 ng Best of 7 Philippine Cup Finals dito sa RPTV. The San Miguel Beermen dominating TNT 13-2 in this third quarter. This matapos mag 28-19 in the second. Boss MVP and Boss Ricky Vargas with some anxious looks on their faces. Dahil nga yung defending champions have taken over at this juncture of the game.
And especially the middle quarters, San Miguel. And I think this is a very significant number, 40-21 difference in the middle quarters. Advantage to San Miguel after being down by as many as 16 in the first quarter. TNT just playing so well in the first 12 minutes, but right now, effectively, it's a 26-point turnaround. Down 16, now up 10. San Miguel playing beautiful basketball.
Ito na naman yung nangyari, Doc. A lot of concern directed at the knees of June Marhir.
Wala na yan eh. Tapos tumulak pa, kaya nga may technical foul.
His knees actually crashed to the floor, Doc.
And who's shooting? Marshall Lassiter. He's got 5 in this quarter alone, no?
Lassiter, now with a total of 11. Na-technical foul nga si JP Eran doon sa kanyang tulak after the basket was made.
Si Lassiter yata ang unang nag-double figures dito on the side of San Miguel.
Matapos mabokya ng first quarter yun, Doc.
Hindi pwede. galing sa zero ng nakaraan.
Natawag na ni Doc yun eh, as early as the first quarter.
He's right on his average sa kanilang dalawang panalo so far in the series.
Holding foul there on Rosales.
Hinahabol niya si Heading going through a series of picks. Nahuling nakakapit si Chris.
Mahirap kontayin si Heading dahil marunong gumamit ng mga picks ito at makilos ito eh. You really need a quick guy and a physical guy to go and defend against him. Nice picks again.
Oftana looking to get himself going here. Double team naman sumagupa sa kanya.
Whoa!
And he ends up with a turnover.
Ang ganda ng double team nila dito sa kanto. No?
Nowhere to go.
Oftana, no?
Yes, Doc. And these are very important minutes for TNT supposedly because this is what you call the non-Junmar Fajardo minutes. You have to take advantage while Junmar is on the bench, but it did not happen. San Miguel still up by 11.
Surprising, huh? Usually Junmar doesn't go out that early, but he must have gotten hurt.
That's
on that
correct.
Push, you know. Ang ganda ng fake.
Tautua! Making sure they don't miss JMF too much.
You cannot let him spin left because that's his master shot in using the glass.
Nambata back on the floor now. Kasama niya si Nagalinato, Heading, Oftana, and Cobontin. TNT going small. Let's see they can. Shot clock at 5. Heading for 3. No go.
Got the foul there on Rosales. Good call.
Nahuli si Chris. Nakatulak sa likod ni Henry.
So the outside shot has abandoned TNT here in the middle quarters. And we talk about ownership of the paint. San Miguel 34 points inside the paint. TNT only 40.
Naghahanap ng game changer dito si Coach Chot after they are continuing to struggle in the third.
I was surprised, Pat, hindi pa nagagamit ito eh. Because you need somebody also to create, disrupt the opponents.
Halalon, malamig pa, deciding against the 3. Now he takes it in to Galinato. And one para kay Henry.
That is why it is very important to know your personnel. Coach Sean Reyes needed a game changer to the point of Doc. And look at what Gio Halalon did. He went inside, forced 2 defenders to collapse to him, and issued the timely assist pass.
Mamatchap. Hindi, si Trollano pumasok para kay Lassiter, so it is still going to be Tautua and Brondial in the front court for SMB.
And for the sake of Tropang 5G, itong si Oftana must be offensive-minded. Remember, he scattered 29 points in that blowout win in Game 4. So far, only 9 points for number 8.
Rosales against Halalon. Rosales for 3. Punches it through!
The bench players really coming in for here, especially for the Beermen.
Meron tayong Ross, merong Rosser, at ngayon Rosales. Hindi, walang T sa dulo.
Magkalaban
dito sa finals, ano?
And you like 2 numbers dito kay Rosales, number 1. After he made that basket, that was already his 10th point. And aside from that, in the minutes that he has played so far, Dr. J, his team plus 15. Grabe yun.
Yeah. And not only that, I thought that he has really done a job also on heading.
Oftana forces the 3.
Lumabas. There was hindi siya halalo, parati nandun eh.
Alam mo kung sino rin palagi nandun? Si David.
Junmar's right knee hit the floor. Hindi naman nag-twist. Intact naman daw yung patella niya. Right now, they're just icing it, more on pain management. And as to whether or not makakabalik ba siya, they still have to assess and see kung mamamaga yung tuhod niya o hindi. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Miss Apple. So tama yung silip natin. Ano, tumama sa sahig yung tuhod. Hindi na ipit kay Brundial. It was just a hard crash. Halalo trying to make it happen para dito sa Tropang 5G. Dumps it into Galinato again. Yes. Back-to-back assist by Gio.
Very important to get points on high percentage shots. That is what Galinato is doing. Definitely taking advantage while Junmar is not on the floor.
Oftana coming off a 29-point eruption. Back in game number 4, was already averaging 16.8 back in the semis. And then inap pa niya sa halos 20 dito sa finals. Pero so far, si Calvin ang problema. Hirap na hirap sa depensa ng San Miguel Beermen. Oftana stuck at 9 points, only 2 here in the third quarter. Meron naman siyang 7 rebounds as well. Meron ding 9 points dito si Kelly Williams. 9 points din kay Henry Galinato. Ang nag-iisang double-digit score nila, Jordan heading with 10, Dr. J. Pero puro persa pa yun.
Yes, kanina pa yun. Pero you know, I saw Junmar pare when he parang umika ng konti yung kanyang pagtayo niya doon sa bench kanina.
Junmar so far 12 points, 8 rebounds here in game 5. Also in double digits will be Lassiter with 11. Brondia with a solid 10-point rebound game already. And then si Rosales, as Coach RG mentioned, meron na rin G's.
What about the three-point shooting of TNT? 6 out of 9 in the opening quarter, and only 1 added so far. While on the other hand, even Dautua has joined the three-point party, knocking down his first three-point shot in the game.
14 na abante na San Miguel, the largest for them. Matapos matambakan nga ng hanggang 16.
Blocking foul on Dautua. Penalty na rin sila. Pangatlo na niya yun.
And it is so encouraging for a guy who's not really getting a lot of minutes to play at a very high level. Who was the one who issued that pass to Dautua after drawing 2 defenders? Rosales once again.
Alam mo si Dautua dito sa finals 57% shooter yan from the 3-point line. Gaganda pa ng bagya. Steps back. No go. Oftana with his 8th rebound. Sakto 3 minuto natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Nambatak looking to get going here. Pero ang ganda ng depensa sa kanya ni Jericho. Gio again. Back over to Calvin. 7 to shoot. Oftana's got to make it happen. He's got Rosales in front. Calvin for 4. No!
White left. I mean, they have to take advantage. San Miguel is also in team penalty. They're not going to be fouled, or they're not going to go to the free throw line if they keep on shooting from the perimeter.
Trolliano short. Brundial with another big hit.
Maangsang heroes
12 and 11 now para dito kay Rodman.
Sensational numbers for Rodman Brutialo.
Gio takes it himself this time. Kasi pinapabayaan, G. Alam, papasa lang ng papasa.
So
Tsaka
he-
pinapantayan din yung penetration niya doon. Mas takot sila ron.
Two-minute warning ng third. Tautua again. Sinukat yung depensa ni Galinato. Pamuntin with a rebound. Oftana stripped away by Cruz. Trollano is fouled by Halalon.
Not very encouraging right now for Tropang 5G. They are not taking advantage of the absence of Junmar Fajardo.
As we take another look at that defensive stop, natin sa atin ang Pioneer Elastosil. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon.
We discussed that briefly, partners. Yung bang non-Junmar Fajardo minutes, when he left, his team was up by 11. Nung matagal na siyang nakaupo, close to 4 minutes right now, tumaas pa. Ngayon, 40 na itong protektahan ng San Miguel.
Baka ma-15 pa. But the other thing also that they should realize here is that they should cut off their turnovers. Kanina walang pass break point itong San Miguel ng first quarter. Ngayon, binibigyan mo sila ng oportunidad na tumakbo at to get higher percentage shots. Ito, iniba naman ni Coach Shot. Malaki naman ang gagamitin ko.
Hindi gumana yung unang formula sa non-Junmar minutes. Susubukan naman ngayon yung two bigs with Rosser and Eram. Trollano takes care of both. 15 abante ng San Miguel dito sa Game 5. It's been a 26-10 quarter so far in favor of the defending champions. Gio of the penetration. Sapul sa mukha kay Jericho. And with both teams in the penalty, Halalon will be taking 2 free throws.
Now with San Miguel up by 15, you want to ask, what is it that San Miguel took away? Very obvious is the fast break game of TNT. Remember, TNT scored 22 fast break points in Game 4. In tonight's ball game, 0. Yun ang tinanggal doon, yung fast break.
Well, that's big. You know? And they did a job on the rebounding, especially the offensive balls. Take away those opportunities for the other team to run.
12-6 yan, Doc. The offensive rebounds, advantage San Miguel, which resulted to 10 second chance points for the Beermen. Only 4 for TNT.
Rosales has been huge tonight para sa San Miguel. And he continues to dazzle.
Alam mo, bilang-bilang lang siya. Hindi siya basta't tumitira eh. He picks his spots on the floor.
Eram inside. Double team. They go to Cogontin. Ayaw talaga ng tres. At mukhang foul pa si JP.
The struggle continues for Tropang 5G, especially the middle quarters.
Penalty pa yun.
Penalty, yes. Foul was called against JP Eram.
But seldom do you see a call like that when you're coming from the outside on a rebound there. Pero tumulak yung kamay niya, kaya huling-huli siya.
Yes, na-dislodge niya.
Yung diretso lang ang talon niya, sa kanya rin yung bola.
Tama.
Binanggit na ni Coach RG kanina, no? 6 of 9 yung TNT in that first quarter attack kung saan lumamang sila ng 16. We're talking about 3-point shooting. Since then, 1 of 9.
Yun nga. Yun din ang nawala dahil nag-adjust din ng depensa itong San Miguel. They're now, kumbaga, stepping on the white line. When you talk about defense, stepping on the white line, that means you're forcing your opponent to drive instead of shoot from 3.
Cruz somehow got to that offensive rebound. 4 ang kalaban niya doon. At mukhang iimbestigahan pa yung tama dahil sa ulot tinamaan si Jericho.
And we were just discussing that a few minutes ago. The inability of TNT to focus on rebounding, particularly the offensive rebounding might of San Miguel. Can you imagine it happened on a free throw situation where you're supposed to have the numbers.
Dapat nga 3-2 lamang kayo sa rebound.
Tama.
Si Gio sumagitsit pa, naging 4-2 by rebounding. Naunahan pa rin kayo ni Jericho.
Tsaka si Jericho maliit kumpara kay Era. Malayo.
Masusing iniimbestigahan ng ating mga referee if there's anything other than a regular foul there. Definitely there is a foul already. We'll see if it's going to be anything more than just 2 free throws.
Kevin Ferrer, medyo inaawat si Poyera.
Lahat na ng klaseng tao umawat dito kay JP.
Keep your cool, keep your cool. Ayun, napwestuhan siya eh.
He looked like he was going for the ball.
Yeah,
pero yung siko niya tumama ba?
Obviously, the intention was not bad.
Yeah, just the right. Oh, yes.
His fourth.
Regular foul. Yung kamay naman ando sa bola. Yung problema, yung ulo in the way of the siko.
2 free throws.
Maliit yun eh. Lower ceiling yun eh. Mataas yung isa eh. Pero hindi siya, mapapalitan pala siya ni Galinato. Kaya pala nakapwesto na siya dito sa kabila.
Why not? Napakaganda ng nilalaro ni Henry Galinato Jr. ngayong gabi. 9 points na para dito kay Henry on a perfect 4 for 4 shooting from the field.
Ito, what a turnaround. 17 na pala lamang dito na San Miguel all of a sudden.
A brand new largest lead of the game. Paalala natin, Game 6 ng seryeng ito will be this coming Sunday. Sa MOA Arena po gaganapin. Mapapanood siyempre live pa rin dito sa RPTV.
This is a very telling quarter for San Miguel. TNT, they stack the moment. 32-11 advantage in the third for the white shirts.
Halalon looking for the open man. He goes back to heading. Ayaw talaga para kay Jordan. Halalon trying to clean it up.
Oh,
nice
good
putback by Brandon.
Now they can go for close to the last shot here, and obviously they'll try to slow it down.
Matamis na 16 ang abante ng San Miguel so far. Pwedeng bumalik sa 18 or palawigin pa with a longer hit. Rosales, he's been starring for San Miguel, as well as Brondial. They go to the corners, 3-pointer. Hindi umubra para doon sa bagong pasok na Andreas Cahilig. 77-61. What a third quarter storm by the San Miguel Beermen to take Game 5 by the horns. Pero meron pa naman 12 minutong natitira. Magigising ba? Makakabawi ba ang TNT? O magtutuloy-tuloy na ang SMB? Nung first quarter, netong Game 5, nagpamalas ng pambihirang shooting. Etong TNT, 6 of 9 from the 3-point line para dito sa Tropang 5G. Ang problema since then, 1 of 12 na lang. Pagdating ng second quarter, it was San Miguel's turn to light up the scoreboard. It was a 26-4 run on the way to a 28-19 quarter para dito sa Beermen, as they brought themselves back within 1. Largest lead ng TNT was 16. Pinaba sa isa yan ng San Miguel entering the half. Rodney Brondial, a solid double-double already 12 and 13 para sa kanya. Samahan mo pa ng 2 blocks and all kinds of inspiring plays para dito kay Rodman. Kaya naman, ang San Miguel lumamang na ng hanggang 18 sa ngayon. 16 ang baon nila heading into the final 12.
Sino itong starting 5 lineup ng San Miguel for the fourth quarter? They have only one big man here in Tautuan. Si Kahilig yung ginamit nilang power forward dito.
Kasama ni Tautuan Kahilig, itong sina Cruz, Trollano, at si Rosales. At the other side, there is Rosser, Oftana, Cobontin, Galinato, and heading. Last touch, Shimon.
Good start defensively by TNT.
It almost seems like baka hindi makabalik dito si Junmar. Because I saw him maybe limping a little bit. And if they don't really need him, he's not coming back.
Papahinga na yan, ano? Dahil in 2 days time,
You
game
don't
6 tayo.
really know what the injury is. Maybe Apple will find out later.
Binanggit lang naman na baka may pasalang. Intact daw, di ba? Sinasabi kanina ni Apple. Initial investigation or ano ba tawag dun? Diagnosis is intact naman daw yung tuhod.
But that is a very good point by Dr. J. You want to keep the game closer and force Leo Austria to use Junmar Fajardo. You don't want Junmar Fajardo to sit the rest of the game and come in fresh on Sunday. Kaya kailangan dumikit pa itong TNT.
Win or lose, you just keep on fighting. And if you can suddenly get a good run, katulad yan.
Heading.
Yeah, he had a
Ayaw pa
possible
rin.
three-point play there.
Pero he's got a chance to put in his first points of the second half.
You know, fans have been raving about the depth of this San Miguel Beermen, and it is manifesting in tonight's ball game. No heavy lifting required for CJ Perez, only 6 points. Pedestrian numbers, quote-unquote, for Junmar Fajardo, 12. Thanks for the exploits of guys like Brondial with 12, Rosales with 12, Motautua with 11. So yun ang mga tumutulong dito sa kampanya ng San Miguel dito sa Game 5.
Kaya naman bench scoring, plus 11 sila. 34-23 so far.
May bench scoring kasi Tautua. Di ba? Tapos Trollano.
Hindi naman bench yun.
Yung mga bench players.
Hindi naman bench players.
15 abante ng Beermen after that split. So even yung free throws, nag-50-50 lang. Etong si Herring. Ball bounces right back to Don. Jericho drives closer, pulls up. No.
Rebound play here. May foul ba o jump ball ito?
Nagkabuhol si Kahilig at Rosser. Jump ball nga yata, Dok. Hindi, merong foul.
Double foul is called on number 11.
Double foul.
And number 45, Brandon Ganuelas also.
Walang possession ito. Malaman jump ball ito sa center court.
Ito sa rebound battle. Bakbakan sila dito, Coach.
And you know, I am certain that the coaches of TNT have been reminding their players to play with more effort, limit San Miguel to just 1 basket. But you just have to be impressed with the hard work displayed by San Miguel. They're fighting for every loose ball. They're fighting for every possession just to give them multiple possessions to score. And now they're rewarded with a 15-point advantage.
Tagal pa EDSA pero nagkapik bisig na yung dalawa.
Tagkaisa pa.
77-62. It is still San Miguel by a whopping 15.
Mambatak coming in for Rosso.
If there's one thing the series has dictator has told us, no lead is safe. 15, kayang-kayang kuhanin niya ng sandaling-sandali.
Ginawa nga ng San Miguel kanina yan.
Oo, yung 16, ginawang isa within a quarter. Jericho puts his head down. Moulet! Di umubra this time. What a rebound by Kahilig. Cruz to the right side. Trying to get it to Dawn. Play broken up. TNT with an opportunity. Oftana. Kicks it back out. Heading. Kapos. Inabot yata yun ni Dawn. And Trollano will finish it off. What a sidestep beauty para kay Dawn.
A great defensive job. Although hiningi ni Chot at tinamaan sa ilalim ng elbow yun. Yung tira ni Heading na yun.
Heading to Galinato. Oftana will line it up.
He had all the time in the world to get that shot off. So focused in that basket to cut the lead down to just 14.
Ano isasagot ng San Miguel? They have done enough to keep Junmar resting on the bench. Tautua wants to continue that. Huli! Sa kabila. Ball will stay there with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Now the mentality of Coach Chot Reyes is speed up the ball game. Make San Miguel chase us. Give them a hard time rotating by attacking and dishing off. A pass to the outside or spray pass to the outside of Tana was able to nail that basket. But ang importante dito is force turnovers and score on the break. 0 fast break points pa rin itong TNT.
Rosser wising up to that knockout play. Ganda na sana para kay Kahilig, pero
hindi niya tinira.
Nando doon sa kanya si Rosser as we send it over to Apple.
Patong-patong yung naging lapses ng TNT. Turnovers, tapos sa depensa, they're giving that offensive rebound. Na para bang kulang yung communication nila, na nawawala sila, hindi nila alam kung anong gagawin susunod ng kanilang teammate. They're not playing as one unit. Kaya si Coach Chot Reyes are urging them to make sure they are on the same page. Mag-usap sila, keep that focus, and yung effort din talaga. Balik sa inyo.
Kasi naman, after going for 29 in the first quarter, 19 lang nung second yan, 13 na lang nung third para dito sa TNT. On the other side, 19 lang San Miguel nung first quarter, 28 nung second, at mas lumakas pa, 30 na nung third.
Malayo pa ito dahil 4 nating foul dito ng San Miguel. They're very aggressive against Calvin Oftana.
Ayaw talaga nilang pabuiluhin, Dok. Calvin now in double digits. Rosser with the board. Comontin inside. Stripped away by Cruz.
Yeah, it will stay with TNT with 9 seconds on their shot clock.
Cruz upset. Thought he was saying he was hit in the face. But there was 3 white shirts there against Comontin.
Alam natin that during playoffs, there are a lot more physicality. But the referees have to look at some of these shots, those cheap shots away from the ball.
And yun yung sinasabi ni Jericho, inabot daw siya doon.
Marami rin pressure talaga maging referee dito. Marami na nga nag-retire from last conference. May iba na wala na rin.
It's such a thankless job.
Yeah.
Pero when you do it well, all kinds of respect ang makukuha mo sa basketball community. Hirap maghirap. Galit sa'yo yung Team A, galit sa'yo Team B.
Wala tayong magagawa.
Galit sa'yo fans, galit sa'yo mga boss mo, galit pa sa'yo si Ryan Gregorio. Hindi naman.
Hindi. Nung araw.
Pero I told you at the start of the, kailangan officiating must be good. Not only the play.
30-second timeout gagamitin ni Coach Chot. He feels this might be the moment they need. Couldn't really see it from that angle. Jericho's lucky, He pointed the finger at the referee. Mukhang hindi naman nakita yun. So it is 79-65. TNT with possession. Ito yung hinahanap mo, Coach, mga in a series like this, ganito kainit, ganito pa yung you look for those key moments and you look to bounce and capitalize.
Yes, you need a game changer, especially if you're down by a big margin. That was a good play by Comontin, just trying to keep that ball alive. Of course, it was inadvertent that he hit the face of Jericho Cruz. But yung kinakailangan mo, yung advantage yan. Because Jericho Cruz, because of excessive complaining.
And using profane language.
Yun, tama. Ang feeling niya kasi tinamaan siya.
Mukha naman dahil may dugo sa labi.
Correct. So ito na yung edge na inaantay mo. It might just be yung tinatawag din nating momentum breaker and the start of something positive for TNT.
Isa pa, siguro with that timeout, probably told his players, hindi na babalik si Junmar sa laro ito. This is our chance. Because if he's there, they have a big lead. Mahirap na tayong manalo dahil doon pupuntahan yun eventually.
Oftana stays perfect from the line. The lead of San Miguel is 13. Calvin working against Brondial. Emergency pass to Comontin. Mid-range jumper is good.
3 straight points. Don't settle if the outside shot is not available. Try to attack and force the defense of San Miguel to collapse. Exactly what happened that time.
Perez looking to respond. It's been a slow night para kay CJ so far, but we've seen that before here in the finals. Always ready yang si CJ, always lethal when he gets into a rhythm. Brontial with a big hit!
Automatic sa kanya after setting the pick or giving a handout pass, dumatay na kaagad sa basket din.
Just impeccable timing, especially on shots made by Rodney Brondial in tonight's game.
14 points, 13 rebounds para kay Rodman. Galinato will get it over to Oftana. They want to keep Calvin going. Galinato's got to take it. Shot clock was winding down.
Nandun na naman si Brondial coming from the weak side, kaya hindi naka-layup si Galinato.
Very impressive rotation and defense displayed that time by the Beermen.
Oh,
CJ took the hit.
Obvious foul. He was beaten. Cobontain.
And now Ross is having words with Cobontain.
Mainit ang ano dito, itong dalawang kuponan na ito. No love lost, in other words. Look at this shot. It's not an easy shot.
Ross complaining na may hip check bang nangyari doon. That's what he was confronting etong si Cobontain about. At least yung body language or yung minumuestra ni Ross.
Technical foul on number 6, Chris Ross, both for verbal altercation.
Technical foul yung dalawa.
Cancel out lang yan.
Oh, cancel out.
Yes.
Yung punch lang hindi maka-cancel out. Bayad kayo. Bayad kayo ng fine.
CJ takes care of the first free throw.
Rosales probably coming in for Ross.
Why not?
Ito yung kinagagalit ni Ross. Yung foul ni Cobontain kay CJ. Hip check ba yun? Parang balikat yung tumama. But Chris Ross not appreciating that hit.
He's protecting his teammates.
CJ will now have 8 points.
Very quiet night for CJ, but no problem. Because
ng fourth quarter, hindi naman
iinit yan. At saka maganda talaga yung contribution ng kanyang mga kakampi sa laban niya.
Ano yung ginawa niya nung Game 3 as of Tana? Will knock home the 3!
Pero may foul dito, isang blue shirt.
Mukhang si Rosser dahil bubulagta si Brondial.
That shot is gonna count. 3 points na yun. Pero after the rebound play, may tulak si Rosser.
But the more important thing, of course, if you're TNT, is
tumatama na siya.
Yes, hitting 2 threes in this quarter. Now, what we want to see is, will it be deemed as a flop, a technical foul? Because parang yun ang gine-gestured ni Coach Chot Reyes and the rest of the TNT coaching staff.
There was contact, but was it enough to make Brondial crash?
The description of a flop is minimal to no contact, and yet there was an exaggerated action by one of the players. Let's see. Jockeying for possession. Okay.
Technical foul on Brandon Gonzalez-Rosser during that ball situation.
So almost the same thing that happened earlier nung si Eram naman. Tinamaan din si Brondial and eventually parang nag-domino yun. Tinamaan si JMF, kaya JMF is still on the bench with Bruce Ney. Ganun din ang nangyari.
Siya natawagan ng foul dun.
Brondial, Trollano rather, makes them pay sa kabilang dulo.
Actually, nag-aagawan si CJ Perez at si Trollano. Tumingin sila sa coach. CJ Perez, remember, just made 2 free throws prior to that.
Gustong pagpatuloy ni CJ. Pinagkikwentuhan natin yung Game 3, fourth quarter niya. He was 1 of 7 through the first 3 quarters ng Game 3. Pero biglang nag-14 points on a perfect flip from the field. Nagwala si CJ doon, turning the game on its head. Brondial inside, trying to get it to Mo. They turn it over. Nambata gives it across. Cobontain, extra pass to Rosser. Away from play, may pito.
Might be a technical foul.
Baka technical, may complaints yata dun. O warning. Baka warning.
Technical foul on TNT Tropang 5G. Assistant coach Yuri Escueta for disrespectfully addressing the official.
Assistant coach?
Yes, Yuri Escueta.
Si Yuri. Ang ganda ng flow ng game.
Sayang,
to
ano?
be destroyed
Yes.
by something like that.
Pati tayo nagulat saan galing yung pito. Parang ganun, di ba? Ano nangyari?
Baka nagko-comment lang ng konti si Yuri doon. Kung wala naman using of profane language or
Yes.
something, dapat yan, just close your ears.
Let go ng bahagya.
I mean, don't destroy the beauty of the game that was flowing.
I agree. And you know that he has his hardware too, di ba? Multiple champion coach, Whitson Beda.
Nambata trying to refocus TNT. Stingray over to Rosser. Inside to Galinato. Henry hits.
This is going to be real physical come game 6. Whoever wins this ball game, you can see a lot of physicality already being displayed in this ball game.
Kalahating kahon na bante ng San Miguel. 6:45 natin tira dito sa Game 5. Perez lilipad. Comes up short. Galinato had it, but had it poke free.
Nag-reset ang shot clock, ha?
Rosales! No! Galinato will pull it down and somebody's on the floor again.
And now this is going to be a very good development for TNT. Yes, they're still down by 12, but with 6:32 remaining, team penalty na itong Tropang 5G after that foul of San Miguel.
Yeah, yung San Miguel is yung penalty. Yan,
Yes.
problema nila yan. And I really think nila babalik si Junmar dito sa laro. I saw him the way he limped back. May tulak, in other words, these referees, 3 of them are veterans, but sometimes you have to have good teamwork with each other to make the right calls.
Hindi ba ang pagkakaiba nun kasi hindi pumasok yung tira, so in play, regular foul. Kanina kasi pumasok yung tira, so tapos na, dead ball.
Or simultaneous ang nangyari ron. Yes. Hindi pa basket. And this is what we're expecting.
We're going to see free throws now.
Yes, not settling for an outside shot because chances are you're not going to be fouled. So you want to attack the basket, have a physical kind of altercation or action underneath so that the referees will, kumbaga, you'll get the benefit of that call. And we're going to troop to the free throw line. Our free throw shooting numbers right now, 26 attempts for San Miguel, making 21, 14 out of 20.
Ang tagal kinausap ni Leo si Abay, ha? Ang tagal na kinausap. Kailangan kita. Pwede ka ba?
Junmar after... What an ovation para dito kay Abay. The entire building felt yung pagkakatama ng tuhod niya kanina sa sahig. And everybody knows Junmar, the 9-time MVP, 13-time BPC, will warrior on.
Alam mo, nakaupo siya doon sa pinakadulo where usually the ball boys or the water boys are there seated. So, nanonood na lang ng laro yun.
And immediately he collects a rebound there.
Nakailan naman rebound nun. Malapit na mag-double-double yun.
Pang-siyam na yata.
Kulang na lang yata isang rebound.
Pang-siyam.
Pang-siyam, yes. 12 and 9 so far for Junmar.
Rosales losing his footing. That's going to be a foul on Rosser. And now every single sequence is under the microscope of everybody in the building, Dr. J.
Including the coach.
And now that is humongous because that will be the 6th personal foul against BGR. He was there trying to go left with his lateral movement, but in the last second, humampas siya. Tinamaan yung body ni Rosales ron.
It is heading checking in, meaning TNT will go a bit smaller.
Yeah. But you have a scorer. And actually, si BGR ang pumalit rin kay heading kanina.
Eh, nung makita ni Coach Leo yan, sandali, pag-usapan muna nila. 5 and 56 na titira dito sa Game 5. Walang bibitiw. All the way to the end tayo dito sa RPTV. Rodman, Brondiali, regular fixture sa starting unit ni Coach Leo in San Miguel this season, was coming off the bench in the first 4 games, got the starting 5 spot back dito sa Game 5, and hindi naman niya pinahiya yung kanyang tiwala binigay sa kanya.
14 and 14, you know, if you're sporting that number, you cannot play like a different kind of a basketball player. You have to play like Dennis Rodman. And yun exactly ang kanyang nilalaro. Look at that, helping out on defense. Talagang on both ends of the floor, he is so valuable for Coach Leo Austria.
Yan ang mga role player na talagang you can really admire. Because they just do exactly what you tell them to do. Kelly, by the way, has come back. He has been seated down for quite a while. Kelly Williams.
CJ, kontra dito kay Henry. Junmar trying to
set the pick.
Get rid of Kelly Williams. Tinamaan sa breadbasket si Machine Gun. Trollano off the twirl, wala. Trollano stuck with it!
Titignan nila kung tama yan, i-check yan. Kasi offensive rebound yun.
Kelly Williams, iniinda pa rin yung kanya sigmura.
Tinamaan rin ni Junmar yun. Like I said, this is a very physical contest, this game number 5.
I think that will be nullified because the first attempt of Don Trollano did not hit the rim. So pagka-rebound niya, hindi magre-reset yan.
Correct.
Counted?
Yes.
Counted pala to.
Counted.
Nambatak in a rush. 87-74. 13 ang kailangan bunuin ng TNT.
So sakto lang pala yung tira ni Don doon, Doc.
Oh, another foul there, and that's penalty situation.
Rosales whistled for that one. It is going to be Heading or Williams at the line.
Panglima na yan. You might have to go back to Ross. Or you can go to Lassiter, who also did well in the 3rd quarter.
Si Heading ang mag-free throw. Kaninang early 4th quarter, Doc, split si Heading from that line.
Yeah, he did not have a very good, after the 1st quarter,
yes.
medyo nawala. But that could give him confidence because you're getting free throw shots right now.
In the finals, first 4 games, he was shooting better than 93% from there. He goes 2 for 2.
Matagal pa ito, 5 minutes and 24, penalty situation ng Beermen.
11 ang kailangan protektahan kalamangan ng San Miguel Beer.
And you're seeing the full court pickup of TNT. They just want to force turnovers.
Trollano to Brondial. He hands it off to Rosales. Chris playing with those 5 fouls, trying to shake off ng Batak. May hatak.
Na-bail out po na San Miguel. Shot clock was down to 3 seconds.
You know, for a while I thought a 3 seconds violation will be called against Brondial. Off the ball.
Immediate challenge mula kay Coach Jot. Tanalo siya kanina so may isa pa.
Yes.
Gagamitin na niya. Kasi 3 seconds na lamang matitira sa shot clock niya.
Hinihiling ni ng Batak, baka daw lifting. Meron ding, pero yung 3 seconds di yata.
Baka hindi pwede yun, yes.
Referees reviewing the angles available.
Tumagal na naman. Even if he's successful, there will be no more challenges left.
Eto, handa na yata. Meron ng hatol.
After reviewing the play, the foul call on Ray ng Batak is staying. Holding foul on Ray ng Batak. Therefore, the challenge of Token Tex Tropang Giga is not successful.
Wala naman free throw yan. It will just be a reset of the shot clock to 14 seconds.
Let's take a look at this.
Ayun, hawak naman yan. Kaya yung...
Pero wala pa pito doon.
Hindi pa doon natin tinawagan eh.
Hindi pa.
Dito pa eh.
Ayun.
Sa initial meron, pero doon. Meron din daw. 5 minutes na tayo into natitira sa Game 5. Kelly closing hard. They force the turnover. Pagkakataon ni Oftana, stopping by 3. No! Kabundin, battling Brondial, and Rodney well collected. At kumakapit na siya sa kanyang kanang binte. Baka nagka-cramps na si Brondial.
Possibly. And Junmar really hasn't been a fixture there. Hindi siya makaporma dahil hindi siya healthy eh.
6 to shoot.
Open shot.
Brondial takes the 3.
Birthday yata niya. Siya yata may birthday, hindi siya eating eh.
And now he's cramping up.
Brondial clutching onto that right calf. What a night para dito kay Rodney Brondial. He has left everything he's got on the floor.
He was already cramping up before this shot.
Shot clock winding down yan.
Correct. And probably is not used to taking shots from deep. He exerted so much effort. But it's just a lot of jumping for Brondial in tonight's game. Diba?
Wala na eh.
14 rebounds, Doc.
Yeah.
Yun yung mga nakuha niya. Yung mga tinalon pa niya na hindi niya nakuha yung rebound.
Sabi niya kay Junmar, yung hindi mo na rebound ngayon, kukunin ko para sa akin.
Oh, yes.
Ngayon, balik ikaw naman. Dahil upo na ako eh.
He troops to the bench with 17 points, 15 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 shot blocks. What a night para dito kay Rodney.
Pati yung depensa niya, hindi biro ha, today.
TNT in a world of trouble. Down by 14, just over 4 minutes to go. Kelly for 3. Hindi makabawi. CJ making sure nobody else got to the rebound.
Down to 4 minutes na lamang tayo rito.
Rosales against Teddy. Junmar trying to get in position. Kelly battling him. Rosales in trouble. Gets it over to CJ. 3 to shoot. Perez leans in.
And that is just pure athleticism and individual talent. Shot clock winding down once again. He was not in a good balance to make that basket. He used his left and he still nailed it.
3 ball para kay Namala.
Kailangan yan. They need more of those. They're still down by 13. Panipis na oras natin dito sa laban.
TNT needs 2 or 3 straight stops and conversions.
Rosales to Tautua. They get it to Junmar. Top-court finish para kay Abay.
Now the beauty of San Miguel's other guys, quote-unquote, scoring, that loosens up the defense of Junmar Fajardo. One-on-one, gamble by Williams, easy basket by JMF.
Oh, easy there.
With the easiest deuce of the evening. And by all indications, Game 5 will belong to San Miguel.
Close to insurmountable is the lead of San Miguel at the moment.
Junmar Fajardo forcing himself to continue to play here in Antipolo after banging his knee on the floor earlier in the third quarter. Came up with a big basket and a steal. Kaya naman ang San Miguel lamang na naman ng 17. You gotta love players like that, Dr. J, all the time. Kahit may iniinda, laban kung laban.
Yeah. just have to respect those kind of players. Kasi sa kanila, what is more important is the team. You know, if he's really unable to play, they will not force him. They asked him. And they saw that TNT was on the comeback at that stage.
Sabi mo nga, Dok, ang tagal nila nag-usap ni Coach Leo doon sa dulo, no?
Parang siguro sinasabi sa kanya, abay, kailangan kita sa loob ng court. Kaya mo ba? Hindi sumasagot. Inulit pa na. But he's a trooper.
Oh, yes, of course.
The martial officer is there to finish the game for them. Oh, foul.
Alam mo yung Brondial, nung Game 2, 6 points, 12 rebounds bago nasaktan. Had to sit out. Kala natin baka hindi pa available ng Game 3. But he made himself available as well. Brondial had 10 points, 2 rebounds in Game 3. And then now, Game 5, with being the swing game. Trying to get on the hill to the championship of the Philippine Cup. Napakatinding performance para dito kay Brondial.
Naalala ko yun because doon na-sprain siya, naalala mo. Pumunta siya doon sa dulo ng kanyang medyo a little in tears because baka hindi na ako makalaro pa ulit di ba? Sa finals.
And you see his teammates, they know it. They know how hot Rodney Brondial has been tonight.
Well, if they go on to win this game, we'll have a very white guy being interviewed by a very white girl. Hindi pala siya mag-i-interview. Si Bell ang mag-i-interview.
Si Apple dun.
Si Apple dun pala sa coach.
Sa press room.
Ito na miss nila, si RR Pugoy. Yung kinakailangan pumuntos, hindi sila makakuha ng, kumbaga, firepower from other players.
Ang masakit dyan, pinalitan ni Miss Apple, out for the series na lang.
At saka yung very tough player na maaasahan mo
Di depensa yan, Doc.
May depensa pa.
Nakakasakit din.
Two-way player yan.
Yes.
Oh! Butterfingers para kay Galinato as we hit the 2-minute warning dito sa Antipolo.
Well, again, because San Miguel has been allowed to score 96 points at this stage with still 2 minutes to go, they will win a ball game. They probably can get to 98, maybe up to 100 if they really medyo po pwersahin nila to go to the basket.
And for the first time in this series, yung natalo sa first quarter will eventually win the game. First 4 games, yun yung trending
Alam mo, the trend has been, kumbaga, blocked in this game. The outcome is going to be different.
Yeah.
Scorching was the start of TNT in the first quarter of this game, 29-19. But again, the middle quarters, it just belonged to San Miguel. And for some reason, the three-point shooting, the outside shots just abandoned TNT the rest of the way.
That rebound will give June Mariette another double-double. Panglimang sunod na double-double sa finals.
With very little minutes in this one.
14 points, 10 rebounds para sa ating 13-time BBC. Junmar!
Baka tumira pa.
Natakam lang naman si Abay doon. Game 6 on Sunday, Coach RG and Dr. J. It promises to be a wild one.
Oh, it's a close-out game, of course, for San Miguel. It's a survival game for TNT, but you gotta love the effort and the scouting report of San Miguel, Doc. Can you imagine allowing 22 fast break points in Game 4 for TNT? In tonight's Game 0, hindi nakapuntos ang TNT sa fast break.
And yung poise nila, you heard it from Assistant Coach Peter Martin nung kakwentuhan kanina ni David, na okay, nag-6 of 9 3-point shooting sila. You just have to withstand it. How do you keep your poise like that, though?
Yeah, I don't really know. You know, it's going to be back to the drawing board para dito sa TNT. But they're not going to give up. You watch. They're going to have something left. But they have to be able to... I think maybe if they shorten their rotation, it could help them. Not necessarily use 11, but you can use maybe 9 and give them more minutes. But they must stay out of foul trouble.
That'll do it.
Nakakagulat ito yung tambak ng first quarter. Kala mo, tapos pa kagad.
This is a isyon but what a turnaround for the defending champions. They will take Game 5 to climb on the hill. They are 1 win away from back-to-back Philippine Cups. 96-82, what a game we just witnessed.
Oh, especially the other players. I mean, sensational performance by this guy. 17 points on a 6 out of 8 shooting from the field. That is 75% plus 15 rebounds.
Siyempre, si Rodney Brondel na ang ating Babat Player of the Game, brought to us by Divan. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family, only with Divan.
The effort was simply incredible. And the way they bounced back from a harrowing first quarter. Sensational performance by Rodman Brondel.
Iniwan niya ang lahat sa sahig, Dr. J. Hanggang nag-cramps na itong si Rodman, binigay niya lahat ngayong Game 5 para dito sa San Miguel. 96-82 once again your final score. The Beermen go up in this race to 4, 3 games to 2. Game 6 will be this coming Sunday sa Moa Arena. Mapapanood pa rin dito sa RPTV. That'll do it for your PBA Friday dito sa Antipolo. Ayan nga po, 7:30 ang tip-off ng ating Game 6. Magkita-kita po tayo sa darating na linggo sa patuloy natin pagtutok dito sa PBA on RPTV, powered by Sports 5.
Rodney, congratulations! Nadoble yung minutes average mo ngayon dahil sa ganda ng pinakita mo simula pa lang. Ano bang nakatulong para mailabas mo yung ganitong klaseng laro mo ngayong gabi?
Ano lang talaga, gusto namin manalo kasi mahirap ma-down na 3-2 dito sa series na to, especially championship. So, medyo naging motivation yung pagkatalo namin last game. Tambak, medyo masama yung pagkatalo. So, gusto talaga namin bumawi ngayon.
Rodney, nagka-cramps ka na at lahat-lahat, todo bigay ka pa rin. Ano bang pinahalagahan mo, lalo na nakita mo na nasaktan si Junmar?
Ayun, talagang, ano na to, parang nasa isip namin, itong ilang games na lang, so buhos na talaga. Kahit may mga nararamdaman tayo, may mga injuries. So pinipilit na lang natin para sana, hopefully, matapos na namin.
Rinig na rinig natin yung suporta mula sa SMB fans. Batiin mo sila and your loved ones as well.
Yun, unang-una, syempre, binabati ko yung family ko, yung wife ko, si Carilyn, yung dalawang anak ko, si Eno, tapos yung tropa ko, si Boss Jeff, la Coach Willie, at saka syempre, yung mga sila Boss Alin, yung Dondon, at saka yung buong SMB fans. Maraming salamat sa suporta mo sa amin.
Thank you so much, Rodney. Congratulations. Let's now hear it from Coach Leo Austria.
Now we'll get a chance to talk to the winning coach, Coach Leo Austria. Coach, congratulations. 1 win away from a back-to-back Philippine Cup title. But talking about this game, sabi nga ni Coach Peter Martin, yung non-Junmar 5, ang laki ng contribution nila, especially in that second quarter na naghahabol kayo. Just talk about the impact of your other players aside from your starters.
Yeah, first of all, shout out muna do sa 8 flavors of Bacolod. They keep on watching the PBA. Every game, nanonood sila. Sana mabusog kayo dyan. Okay? And regarding that game, nakita naman natin ang difference nung last game at saka game ngayon. In terms of rebounds, out-rebounded sila. And then there's no pass break points para sa talk and text. Okay? And then turnover points, I think labang pa rin kami. That's one thing. It's a sign na the hustle and hard work at talaga na andun makikita natin. Dahil last time nakita natin flat na flat kami. And they thought na madaling talunin. But they have a good plan last game, especially on defense. And then at the start, so we don't know yet what happened to us. But I told them na just be patient. This is just a first half. Imagine 5 straight 3 points. So, mabuti na lang ng bandang huli. Pero still, 10 3 points pa rin sa kanila. We have to do something about their perimeter shooting because of the makikita natin yung points nila at 22. Unlike last time, it's a 40. Okay, so that means the player is really wanted to win. And yung sinasabi mo tungkol sa mga nag-step up, especially ito mamang ito, ito si Rodney, imagine naging highest pointer siya, 20 points and a lot of 17 points and 15 rebounds. Yun ang na-miss ko sa kanya last time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 players in double figures, guys. And it's a team effort yung nangyari. And thank God, we got this win.
Ito na po ang pagkakataon nating silipin ang mga pangyayari sa Inares Center sa Antipolo kung saan ginanap ang Game 5 ng Best of 7 PBA Philippine Cup Finals. TNT off to a blitzing start, 23-7 ang kanilang simula. Lumamang sila ng hanggang 16.
Oh, they were unstoppable. They were shooting from every angle. Nakita natin yung mga 3-point shooting nila. They scored a total of 29 points in the first quarter, led by as many as 16. And in the end, after 12, they were up by 10 points.
Pero itong San Miguel, Dr. J, yun nga, no? Natambakan na ng 16. Late in the first quarter, nagising CJ Perez with a throwdown there.
Turnovers allowing fast break points. Eventually, binanggit na lang ni Coach Archie yan. Binanggit rin ni Coach Leo Austria. 0 sila sa fast break points today.
Nung matapos nga ang first quarter, 29-19 ang ating score. We move forward to the second kung saan si Jordan heading na naman ang magpapakita para sa atin.
Yun naman, curl ang ginawa niya. He attacked the basket. He scored on the layup in traffic. Okay pa yung TNT sa puntong yun. Lamang pa sila ng 7 points nga with less than 6 minutes remaining in the second.
Dadagdagan pa ng 3 yan ni Kelly Williams, Dr. J. So TNT, they had that buffer, pero bigla na lang nagising si Super Marcio.
Yeah, Marcio Lassiter really came on, and Rosales was consistent here. Not only was he scoring, he was defending and feeding to his teammates for those good shots.
That was a 5-0 personal run para dito kay Lassiter.
Yeah.
Natutulungan naman ni CJ Perez.
Bumaba na yung lamang to just 5 points. They again needed a basket just to inch in closer. And guess who made that tough basket? CJ Perez once again to the rescue.
That second quarter definitely belonging to San Miguel. Binaba nila sa isang inahabol nila matapos ng Fajardo hit na todo.
Yeah.
From a deficit of 16, pulling themselves to within 1. What a rally para dito sa SMB. And then that momentum carried over into the third quarter, Dr. J, kung saan si Lassiter na naman ang magpapakita.
Yeah, nag-umpisa dito si Lassiter. Nice shot from the outside, 3-point shot. That came before a drive. He had a drive to the basket previous to that 3-point shot.
Marshall Lassiter finishing this game with 11. Ang kanyang average nga pag nananalo sila dito sa series. How about Henry Galinato? Lumaban din naman ang lumaban ng batang ito.
Among the big men, he was the only guy in double figures with 11. Kelly at 9 and Aram at 5.
Mo Tautua with another solid outing for San Miguel.
Very strong third quarter for San Miguel. They outscored their opponent 30-13. They were shooting inside, also shooting from the outside. But this guy owned the interior. He was just crashing the boards and scoring off it.
At hindi lang si Brondiala, pati ba naman si Chris Rosales nagpakilala dito sa entablado ng finals ng PBA. It's one thing to have a good game, it's another to do it in the finals, Dr. J.
Rosales really came prepared for this ball game. He really wanted to play, and they went up by 16. So they won the third quarter by 17 points.
Pagdating ng fourth quarter, Brondial will get his way again. 17 points, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks, a lot of inspiring plays and solid D.
But they were already too deep. We're talking about the hole that TNT dug for themselves. Mataas masyado yung kumpiyansa ng San Miguel. Tumatama na lahat ng mga tira nila. Kaya yun na nga, they were able to pad on to their lead.
Lumamang na ng hanggang 18 yung San Miguel in that third quarter. Dito sa fourth, silang batak nagpupumilit. Ibalik itong TNT. But San Miguel had enough. Pinalik si Junmar Fardo after a major scare. And he collected his 5th consecutive double-double dito sa finals.
Yeah, you can see him have an easy 2 points there. And actually, he's moving much better than I saw him when he got up from the bench.
And then in the end, it was Junmar with a steal and Trollano with the finishing touches. A big come-from-behind victory para sa San Miguel.
42 to 27 bench points advantage San Miguel, and we would just like to give flowers to Rosales. Sabi ko nga kay Doc, may problema tayo. Kung hindi si Brondial, Rosales ang best player of the game doon.
Yeah, they were the top 2 players tonight.
96-82 your final score. San Miguel gets on the hill. Ang Game 6 po sa Linggo sa MOA Arena. Mapapanood pa rin dito sa RPTV.